Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is story about what if Naruto joins Rias team part 1. Before I start, please do support for more amazing content and comments for part 2. Do consider to subscribe my channel and share my video to your friends and check out the description as well. Let's start the video. Scene: Hospital room POV, Minato Fete. We see Minato, a half-angel half-human hybrid also called an angelic human. Minato's father left before he was born, so he has no ties to the angel faction. Minato has light spiky blonde hair and blue eyes, wearing his Mandalorian armor without helmet on his side. His helmet being silver-colored with a blue outline around the T-shaped visor and going around the helmet, and up the sight antenna on the right side of the helmet. The rest of his armor is clear-cut silver with a blue bodysuit underneath, as well as a blue jetpack with a rocket on it and gold lining around the center. Just imagine Jango Fett with his original jetpack before his death on Geonosis. This armor is made of Beskar, an indestructible material made by God himself for his future creation to inherit. Minato found the armor in a temple on a pedestal with a prophecy inscribed in an unreadable ancient language on the wall next to it, saying whoever dons the armor will have a great fall, but their next of kin shall be the best of all. God, he found this temple when hunting a target for their bounty and has had it ever since. Minato takes his helmet off as he looks at his pregnant wife, who is known as Kushina Gremory, the sister to Zeoticus Gremory, who is the head of the Gremory clan as well as a full-blooded devil. Kushina has straight long crimson red hair with purple eyes. She is wearing a green dress most of the time. Just think Venelana's dress but green, except for this moment as they are in the hospital at the moment. Minato and Kushina fell in love one day when Minato was hunting a target in the underworld for their bounty, but meeting Kushina, who managed to convince Minato to give up the life of a bounty hunter and fight for the right cause, leading to the decision for Minato to join the fight in the civil war against the old Satan faction and for him to fall in love with Kushina, with the two eventually getting married to the dismay of many devils, as Minato was nothing more than a human to them. But only Kushina, Zeoticus, who fully supports his sister, and Venelana know about Minato's true heritage as part angel. Usually an angel would fall and become a fallen once they have sinned, but since Minato is only half angel and doesn't have any wings to fall with, as well as being half human, Minato is immune to falling. We see Kushina is currently giving birth to their future son Naruto Fett, with Minato at her side, as well as Zeoticus with his own pregnant wife Venelana Gremory in the next room over, giving birth to the future Lucifer and son, Surzex. All four of them unaware of the tragedy that is about to happen. Kushina: Minato, I'll kill you for doing this to me. Minato: whoa, calm down Kushina, it's all going to be over soon, just hang in there. Kushina: ah, nurse, it's a boy. We see the nurse holding a now clean baby Naruto, who has blonde hair and blue eyes like his father, and to the nurse's confusion he isn't crying, but rather smiling. Minato: really? Let me hold him. Nurse: absolutely not. Minato: what? Why? Nurse: the newborn always sees their mother first. Here you go, Mrs. Gremory, he is a very interesting newborn. He isn't crying like every other newborn child. Kushina: he looks just like you. Minato: I know he'll turn out to be just as strong as his father. Naruto: I love you. Suddenly Kushina's heart monitor starts beeping fast, worrying Minato and shocking the nurse as the nurse kicks into high gear, trying to help Kushina as best as she can, but sadly failing to do so as the heart monitor flatlines, showing that she has passed. Minato: Kushina! 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 Zeoticus rushes into the room with a red-haired baby in his arms, the baby being Surzex Gremory, the firstborn child of Zeoticus that was born moments ago. Zeoticus widens his eyes, seeing the flatline monitor in sadness and fear, seeing the lifeless body of Kushina holding baby Naruto, as well as seeing a broken Minato on having fallen on his knees with tears in his eyes. Zeoticus walks over to Minato, trying to hold back the tears but failing as he puts a hand on Minato's shoulder, trying to comfort him while dealing with his own personal grief. Time skip 10 years later. POV, Naruto Fett. We see Naruto Fett, who has light blonde hair cut into a Gilgamesh cut, the one with his hair down. Naruto also has ocean blue eyes. Overall, Naruto looks like a carbon copy of Minato when he was younger. Naruto is wearing a black shirt with a gray vest over it held up by a black waist belt, as well as black pants with black shoes. Naruto is sitting down with his best friend Surzex Gremory and his fiancée Sarah Fall Citri while deep in thought. Surzex has the Gremory traits with crimson short red hair and green-blue eyes. Sarah Fall has black hair tied into two twin tails by two pink ribbons as well as pink eyes. Surzex: hello, underworld to Naruto. Are you still there? Naruto: HM, did you say something? Surzex just gets a look of disbelief while Sarah Fall just chuckles at Naruto's antics. Surzex: you're a pain in my ass, you know that. Naruto: yeah, you say that, yet you still hang around me all the time, so it's your own fault. Heh. Sarah Fall: Nara's got a point. Surzex: Sarah Fall, why do you always take his side? Sarah Fall: I do not. Surzex: do too, you always agree with him on everything. Sarah Fall: what can I say? We just have a lot in common. Surzex: you're just saying that because you two are engaged. Seraphol just looks away stubbornly while blushing, making Surzek's sweat drop while Naruto just stares at the scene with a smile. Seraphol humph, Surzek's anyway, what were you thinking about Naruto? Naruto HM, oh just the training my dad has been putting me through ever since I was 3. It's made me strong, but I need to get a lot stronger if I want to help end this civil war. Surzek's honestly, you're thinking about the war now of all times. Look around, what do you see? Naruto a playground. Surzek's not just a playground. A playground filled with your friends. We're kids, we don't need to be focusing on all that war stuff yet. Naruto yeah well that's easy for you to say, you inherited both your parents' special abilities, as well as Seraphol having a new form of her clan's water manipulation in ice magic. Meanwhile I'm just some regular kid who doesn't even have wings. Seraphol Naru, don't say that about yourself, you're far from any regular kid, you have immense talent and intellect when it comes to battle strategy. Surzek she's right, I haven't seen any kid our age think like you at all in the slightest. You have the intellect greater than even the smartest of Citries. Naruto maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, who knows? Naruto just gets up and shrugs as he looks to his left and sees his father Minato Fet, who is wearing his Beskar armor helmet, and all while looking at Naruto, signaling that it's time to leave for the day and go home to train as Naruto nods and looks back to Seraphol and Surzek with a smile. Naruto well I gotta go now guys, it's time for me to head home and train. Seraphol I'll really. But I don't want you to leave, hanging out with you is so fun and it's boring hanging out with just Surzek. Surzek huh? Why is it boring with just me? Seraphol because you're not as fun as Naru. Surzek just looks at Seraphol with a deadpan as she sticks her tongue out at him while clinging onto a chuckling Naruto. Surzek finally regains his bearings and smiles at his friend before waving goodbye. Naruto just waves back as he finally gets free of Seraphol's hug to her dismay until kissing her on the cheek, making the 6-year-old girl blush. Naruto I'll see you tomorrow Sarah, until then wait for me, k? The blushing Seraphol looks at Naruto and smiles brightly as she nods, making Naruto smile back as he waves goodbye to the two one last time before heading over to his father who by now has taken off his helmet, revealing his light spiky blonde hair and blue eyes as well as his smile toward his son. Minato hey there kiddo, did you have fun with Surzek and your fiancé today? Naruto dad, how many times have I told you not to call Sarah that? Minato what, it's true you know, it's your fault for beating her in chess, not mine. Even if you didn't know about the Citri tradition you would still have gotten engaged to her somehow, I'm sure she would have found a way. Naruto yeah that's true I guess. But I don't really mind being engaged to Sarah, there's just something about her you know. Minato looks at Naruto with a smile, getting a flashback to when he used to look at Kushina like that. Minato Naruto yeah dad, Minato can you promise me something? Naruto sure what is it? Minato don't ever forget that your strength comes from the ones that you love, because in life, those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum, and that you will always be stronger when you have someone precious to protect. Naruto looks at his father with awe at his father's words and takes them to heart with a smile on his face as he nods at his father, making Minato smile back at him and ruffles his hair. Time skipped 1 week later scene change, Underworld Party. We see Naruto annoyed at a party hosted by the Gremory family for their victory in the most recent battle of the Civil War. We see Naruto wearing a formal suit annoyed at the fact that he could be training right now and that Minato isn't wearing a suit but rather his armor with his helmet on for obvious reasons as they are still at war. Minato what's with the glare Naruto? Naruto why did you have me wear a suit again? Minato because we're at a party and you need to dress nice for not only everyone but for your fiancé. Naruto right and you're not because? Minato because we are still at war and you always need to be ready for anything. Naruto fair point I guess. Seraphol Naru. Naruto turns to his left to see Seraphol Citri who's wearing a green button-up long sleeve with a black skirt and pink necklace running towards him until getting close enough to leap at him and give him a big hug, making him blush at the close contact as she presses against him. Naruto hey Sarah, Seraphol I was looking all over for you. Naruto well me and dad just arrived ahead. Minato watches the two interact with a smile as Lord and Lady Citri walk over with smiles on their faces looking at the adorable interaction between the two engaged children until turning to Minato who does the same. Lord Citri Minato how are you? It's been a long time. Minato indeed it has Lord and Lady Citri, I've been doing well and I hope you both are doing the same. I know little Seraphol is, she's been a bright light of joy ever since Naruto beat her in chess. Heh. Lady Citri yes, the joy of young love, it's so beautiful to see it. Minato you're right about that, I'm glad Naruto has found love in a girl like Seraphol. The two remind me so much of Kushina and I when we were younger. Well, maybe except for the whole temper Kushina had, heh? The three adults just crack a laugh and smile warmly at the adorable scene of Seraphol dragging Naruto around the place by the arm. Xiaticus Minato, it's so good to see you. Venelana how have you been? Minato turns to his right and smiles as Zeoticus Gremory and Venilana Gremory walk toward them as they signal Surzex to go talk to his friends. Surzex just nods as he walks over and sweat drops to see Sarah fall clinging to Naruto's right arm with a delightful smile. Naruto, hey Surzex, how's it going? Surzex, Sarah fall, do you always have to cling to him? Sarah fall, yes, Naru is all mine and I'll be by his side for as long as I want. Besides, I know he likes the close contact with me. Sarah fall pulls Naruto's arm into her surprisingly big chest for her age as he blushes, causing Sarah fall to smile brightly. Sarah fall, see, he's all red from such close contact, Surzex, or because you're flaunting yourself over him like usual. Sarah fall just sticks her tongue out at Surzex, who sighs at her antics as he looks toward Naruto. Surzex, so Naruto, how's your training been going? Naruto, it's been going great. I've got my father's fighting style down. I just need to practice more to master it fully, but my aiming has improved immensely from the accuracy training we do, which is good cause I'll need it. Sarah Falsey, we told you that you're talented. You should really start believing in yourself more, Naruto. Sarah, that means a lot, you know. Sarah Fall, it's true, you mean a lot to me and I can't stand seeing you do that to yourself, Naru. Naruto just blushes as he looks into Sarah Fall's eyes, making the girl blush, as to all the parents' surprise and joy as well as Surzex cringe. They see the two share a kiss, making Sarah Fall go fully red in the face once Naruto pulls away to her dismay. The parents, seeing this, take a picture of the moment with a sneaky camera as they all giggle amongst themselves whilst Minato looks at his son with pride, knowing that in the future he will become something special. But known to the parents, the children, and everyone else at the party, a great tragedy is about to happen. Sarah Fall, Naruto, thank you for believing in me, Sarah. Naruto just smiles with a blush at the blushing Sarah Fall, who just does the same until they both twitch their eyes in annoyance at the slow clap Surzex gives. Surzex, wow, look at you two, aren't you two just adorable? Naruto, oh shut up Surzex. Sarah Fall, yeah, you're just mad because Naru is more of a man than you. Sarah Fall just sticks her tongue out at Surzex while clinging to Naruto's right arm, making Surzex sweat drop at Sarah Fall's childish nature until everyone in the room of the underworld party feel a shake as they look up to see some of the ceiling collapse as old faction devils rush in, attacking the guests, making Minato widen his eyes and look over to Naruto. Naruto, get Sarah Fall out of here now. Zeoticus, Surzex, go and hide right now, Minato and Zeoticus, and stay safe. Naruto and Surzex nod as Naruto grabs Sarah Fall, picking her up bridal style and running with Surzex to the nearest hiding spot as they watch the battle between the old and new faction commence. Sarah Fall clings to Naruto, scared of what's happening, as he hugs her close to his chest, calming her down. Sarah Fall, Naru, I am scared. Naruto, sure, it's gonna be okay, Sarah. I won't let anything happen to you, I promise. Sarah Fall pulls Naruto closer, terrified at the attack from the old devil faction, as Surzex puts on a brave face on the outside whilst having an internal conflict on the inside from the fear. Minato, Zeoticus, Lord Citri, Lady Citri, and Venilana prepare their battle stances for combat as old devil faction devils rush at them from the front as Minato pulls out both of his Wester 34 blasters and takes off with his jetpack into the air, firing at the old devil faction from above as the others charge into battle, clashing with the old devil faction members and holding them off as they get hit with blaster bolts from Minato, killing them. Minato looks ahead and sees an opportunity as he flies toward an old faction devil and kicks him right in the face, knocking the devil out as 5 more of them surround Minato, with him knocking one out with a backhand to the face and knocking another out with a right hook as he knocks another devil's sword out their hand and puts them in a headlock, shooting and killing another old faction devil that went into attack with his wrist blaster on his armor's gauntlet. Minato then punches the devil he had in a headlock before launching him back away from him and making him explode from a rocket, killing the devil instantly. The last remaining devil runs in but gets shot by Minato's blaster without him looking. Naruto, seeing this, is in awe at his father's combat prowess as he sees Minato take off with his jetpack and tie a devil's hands that Zeoticus was fighting with his wrist launcher's fibercord whip, and drags him into Venilana's destruction magic, disintegrating him, making the 5 smile at their succeeding advances. Minato lands and unexpectedly gets hit in the back by a devil, making his jetpack malfunction as he goes flying and lands in front of the leader of this attack as well as one of the main leaders of the war, Kateria Leviathan, the descendant of the deceased Satan Leviathan. Minato gets up and looks at her with his jetpack sparking. Minato, the descendant of the former Devil King Leviathan, what business do you have here? Kateria, did you forget already? This is war. There is no time for celebration. You and everyone else will meet their end here. Minato, I won't let that happen. Minato fires his dual blasters at Kateria while charging at her while dodging her ranged orange magic strikes. Kateria dodges out of the way and does an overhead magic strike that Minato tanks with no sweat thanks to his armor as he continues to fire blaster bolts at Kateria, making her dodge to the right as Minato fires the rocket on the back of his jetpack, hitting her side with the explosion, damaging the brunette severely and angering her as she fires a magic strike that hits Minato's left arm, severing it from the elbow down as it was uncovered and not protected by his armor, as well as it being too fast to react to. Minato, ah, damn it, my arm, Xiaticus, Venelana, Lord and Lady Citri Minato. The group tries to push their way forward to Minato but gets halted by more old faction devils. Kateria, damn you, if you hadn't hit me with that lucky shot you would be dead by now, this isn't over. Kateria flees with old faction members heading back to their base as the rest of the old faction buy time for their escape, whilst Minato grips his missing left arm as suddenly one of the stronger old faction devils run at him, and in his weakened state, Minato can only helplessly fire his right blaster at the devil while slowly stepping back to no avail as he dodges and cuts some of the bolts in half with his blade as he strikes Minato's blaster, destroying it. Xiaticus, Venelana, Lady Citri, Lord Citri, and most of all to Naruto's horror, the old faction devil decapitates Minato, slicing his head clean off and making the now empty Beskar helmet go flying across the floor with Minato's now decapitated body falling on its right side, lifeless. Xiaticus, Minato, Naruto father. Xiaticus gets enraged and wipes out the rest of the old faction forces left in the building as Venelana disintegrates Minato's killer with the power of destruction. With the building clear of threat, Naruto dashes over to the helmet with tears in his eyes, leaving the now crying Seraphol with a mourning Surzex. Naruto makes it to the helmet and picks it up, looking at his reflection in it. Remembering the moments with his father, as he presses his head against the helmet with tears streaming down his face as he silently cries, mourning his now deceased father as Xiaticus walks up to him, also tears streaming down his face as Minato was his sister's husband, Naruto's father, and his best friend. Venelana walks over with a sad face and a lone tear down her left cheek as she kneels down and hugs Naruto from behind, trying to ease the pain as Naruto opens his eyes, the blue in them no longer being present, but rather a crimson red. Time skips 6 years later, scene change, POV Naruto Fet. We see a man wearing a white bodysuit under green chest piece with a few white spots here and there. The man is wearing a green groin pad, yellow knee pads and shoulder pads as well as a brown utility belt pouch around his waist with a red sash under it. The man is wearing red wrist gauntlets with a few white spots here and there as well as a green helmet with a black T-visor with a red outline circling around the helmet and stopping at the back. The helmet also has a white sight antenna on the right side of the helmet as well as yellow lines on the left side of his helmet. The man is also wearing a green cape pushed to the side by a green Z6 jetpack with a launchable rocket on the top. Just think of Boba Fett before he fell into the Sarlacc pit. This man is Naruto Fett wearing his father's old armor that he both inherited and spray painted for his own personal unique design, the white spots on it representing the battle damage scraping some of the paint off from tanking attacks. We see Naruto holding a E3 rifle while standing next to Surzex on a balcony. Surzex looks older and taller than his 10-year-old self as he has longer red hair and is wearing black and gold armor over black and white robes. Surzex looks to his right looking at Naruto with a sad smile looking at him in nostalgia. Naruto, is something wrong? Surzex, oh no, it's nothing. It's just every time I see you wearing that armor it brings back old memories, you know. Naruto, yeah, every time I put this armor on, I honor my father's legacy. Every time I fight, I show the skills he himself taught me. This armor isn't just armor, it's a creed I have made called the Mandalore. Surzex, a creed? What do you mean? Naruto, one cannot just wear this armor and be strong. To be strong they need to protect the ones most precious to them. Only then can they be called strong. Only then can they be called a Mandalorian. Surzex, a Mandalorian, huh? Surzex looks at Naruto while putting on a smile, getting an idea knowing that Naruto isn't a full devil, or an angel, or even a human, but being a new hybrid of all three having all of their good traits and attributes. Surzex, then Mandalorian it is. Naruto, huh? What are you on about? Surzex, well, you know how you're a devil-angel-human hybrid. That race shouldn't even be possible at all. But it is, you're living proof of it. And since you are the first ever of this new hybrid race, it is only right that you get to name it. The new race of the Mandalorians. Underneath his newly named Mandalorian helmet, Naruto smiles at the declaration. Naruto, Surzex, huh, yeah, what's up, Naruto? Naruto puts a hand on Surzex's shoulder and looks at him as Surzex looks back at him and into his helmet's black T-shaped visor. Naruto, I want you to know this. We may not share blood, but we are brothers. I want you to know that, no matter what happens in this war, I will always be on your side, me and the Mandalorians. Surzex just smiles as the two share a laugh and watch the sunset. Time skip a couple days later, scene change, Citri compound. We see Naruto sitting down next to Seraphol on the roof of the Citri compound with his helmet off and next to him with his E3 rifle, showing his now more spikier hair as it is managed in a Zazel haircut. Naruto looks at Seraphol and smiles, making the girl blush at Naruto's warm aura and the kindness surrounding him. Naruto, hey Sarah, can I ask you something? Sarah Fall S sure. What is it, Naruto, what kind of future do you want? I mean, like, what do you want your future to look like? Sarah Fall looks at Naruto with a blush and smiles at him. Sarah Fall, that's easy, Naru. I want my future to look like you. I want to have a future with the man I love, a future filled with happiness and joy. Naruto, then I'll do my best to end this war and every conflict that is to come our way. I promise I won't let anything happen to you. I'll protect you with my weapons, armor, and my life. To make you see that future. Sarah Fall smiles but gets an interested look on her face. Sarah Fall, hey Naru, can I ask you something? Naruto, go ahead, ask away. Sarah Fall, how did you get your gun and ammo for your armor? I can't help but wonder because you use them all the time and have never told us where you got them. Not to mention these times aren't that advanced compared to your weapons. Naruto, oh, well, that's simple really. The ammo for my armor gauntlets and the rockets from my jetpack are made from my own magic. I conjure them myself. As for the E3 blaster I carry, it's also conjured from my magic but in a different way. The rifle itself is made from a special magical material while the blaster bolts are made from me using my magic as ammo. It's pretty neat, huh? Sarah Fall, that's so cool. Naruto, I know, right? The pistol class blaster I carry on my side is also the same way, so it's fueled by my magic instead of taking conjured ammo. Sarah Fall, but wait, where did you learn how to conjure? Naruto looks down with a sad smile, confusing Sarah Fall until remembering. Naruto, my dad taught me. He taught me everything I know up to now. He still teaches me to this day from the notes he's left me. Sarah Fall, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up your dad. Naruto, no, it's okay, I'm alright. If anything, I should be thanking you. I don't ever want to forget him. Not him or any of the lessons he has taught me. One of the final lessons he taught me a week before his death was that I will always be stronger when I have someone precious to protect, and as my fiancé, you are the most precious to me, Sarah. I won't let any harm come to you, I promise. Sarah Fall blushes and smiles as she leans on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto, hey Sarah. Sarah Fall, yeah, Naruto, after this war is over, I want to have our wedding ASAP. Sarah Fall, really? Naruto, yeah, of course. I want to marry you, the woman I fell in love with and the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. Sarah Fall, yay. Sarah Fall latches onto Naruto in a hug as they hear a cough getting their attention and getting annoyed at seeing Surzex. Naruto, seriously Surzex, did you really have to interrupt the moment? Sarah Fall, yeah, you ruined my alone time with Naru. Surzex, well then, sorry, geez. Naruto, what are you even doing here anyway? Surzex, well, in case you forgot, I came to get you and Sarah Fall for the upcoming raid on the old Satan faction's base. Naruto, oh yeah, that, Surzex, this is our chance to finally end this war once and for all. Sarah Fall, then what are we sitting here waiting for? Let's go end this war, Naruto, whelp, it's do or die time, I guess, heh? Naruto puts his helmet on and picks up his E3 rifle and flies off with Sarah Fall and Surzex using his jetpack that runs off of his magic to fly. Scene change, raid camp. We see Naruto land with Sarah Fall and Surzex, turning to his right where he sees his other best friends Ajucha Astaroth and Falbium Glagiolabilas. Falbium, it's about time you three showed up. What took you so long? Surzex, heh, sorry about that. Naruto and Sarah Fall were caught up in a moment again. Sarah Fall, oh shut up Surzex, you're just jealous of Naru because you don't have a girlfriend yet. Surzex just gets a depressed cloud over his head at the harsh truth while Ajucha laughs and looks at Naruto. Naruto, Ajucha, did you manage to complete my request? Ajucha, indeed I did. In fact, you even gave me an idea that I will share with the entire Devil Society once this war is over. Naruto, good work. With such little time you always managed to come through. I knew I could count on you. Ajucha, yeah, well, this one only took me 2 days to make thanks to the genetic information sheet you gave me. Naruto, perfect. Once we finish this battle I'll come collect them from you, so expect a visit from me in the future. Sarah Fall, Naru, what are you two talking about? Come collect what from Ajucha? Naruto, HM. Oh, it's nothing, it's a surprise. Sarah Fall gets a pouty face and looks at Naruto. Sarah Fall, no fair. I want to know. Naruto, tell you what, I'll show you what it is after the battle once I get it from Ajucha. Sarah Fall, really? Yes, I can't wait to see what it is. Fablium, ahem, you do realize we have to get through this battle first, right? Sarah Fall, yeah. But I'm still excited. Naru hasn't asked Ajucha for anything for as long as I've known him. Don't you think it's exciting? Surzex, now that you mention, I guess you're right. But it's still not the time to talk about that right now. We have a battle to win. Ajucha, indeed we do. Let us hope we all get through this. The four turn and look towards Surzex as they watch him step up on a stage in the camp before turning to the crowd of soldiers. Surzex, men, it's time. The old Satan faction has terrorized us for too long, and it's time to end their madness. Anti-Satan army, yeah. Surzex, they've forced their ideals of war onto us for too long. They will stop to no end. They have taken lives. They have taken our families. And they have taken our friends. Surzex looks down toward Naruto. remembering the tragedy of Minato's death and how much of a toll it took on Naruto, how Naruto was adopted into the Gremory family's care, and how he trained relentlessly each day after that, hoping to find the cause to his father's death. Sirs, well, that all ends today. We have found their base, taken residence in the human world in the desert near the Sarlacc pit. We will ambush them and end this war. Now, are you ready? Anti-Satan army, yeah. Sirs, then let the attack on the old Satan faction commence. Anti-Satan army, yeah. With that, the anti-Satan army starts using magic circles to teleport to the desert in the human world where the ancient Sarlacc pit lays next to the base of the old Satan faction. The army charges at the base, which is in the shape of a weird-looking ship with floating platforms around it with old faction devils on the lookout until they get sniped by Naruto shooting his E3 rifle. Seeing their lookouts get killed, the old faction devils sound the alarm as the final battle of Devil Civil War commences. The anti-devil faction army charges at the old Satan faction army. Soldiers that have come to the ground to combat them as Serafall, Ajucha, Sirs, and Falbium fly up to the ship using their wings, with Naruto flying behind them using his left wrist gauntlet to launch missiles at the grounded soldiers, exploding them as the anti-Satan faction pushes forward through more of the old Satan faction's army. Imagine Boba Fett's move from Battlefront 2. Landing on the ship, we see Serafall, Sirs, Falbium, Ajucha, and Naruto face to face with descendants of the former Devil Kings and the leaders of the old Satan faction, Kateria Leviathan, Cruzuri Asmodeus, and Shalba Beelzebub. Naruto glaring at Kateria with hatred under his Mandalorian helmet while Kateria looks at him and remembers the armor. Kateria, I remember you. You're the one who gave me this disgusting scar on my stomach, and your arm. Impossible, how could you dash? Sirs, you're wrong, Kateria. That isn't who you think it is. You may remember the armor Minato wore, but that is not Minato Fett. Minato Fett died that day because of you and the old Satan faction's madness. This is his son, Naruto Fett, and today this war ends. Shalba, as if you pathetic maggots could defeat us. Cruzuri, prepare yourselves for instant death. Naruto sighs, getting the attention of everyone on board the roof. Naruto, we can bring you in warm, or we can bring you in cold. Naruto aims his gun at Kateria as said woman scowls. Kateria, you cocky little brat, not even your pathetic father could put me down, get him. Suddenly 15 old devil faction guards that were guarding the leaders land on the platform, surrounding the 5. Naruto, all of you go and fight them, I can deal with these guys. The other 4 all nod at Naruto before charging at Kateria, Shalba, and Cruzuri as Naruto aims his rifle at the guards rushing at them and shoots the guards blocking their way, with Ajucha clashing with Shalba back and forth while Sirs and Falbium attack Cruzuri, who just dodges and attacks back while Serafall and Kateria begin their magic battle as Naruto aims back at the guards surrounding him. ODF guard, get him. 2 guards charge in with Naruto shooting and killing one of them and knocking the other out with a backhand as another guard knocks his rifle out of his hand and onto the ground as Naruto kicks him back while pulling out his side blaster, shooting him and killing him before lifting his knee up and shooting 2 knee rockets, blowing up holes into 2 different guards that were charging at him with their swords. 3 guards go for swings at Naruto, who dodges and kicks one of them down while using In's wrist launcher to fire a blaster shot, killing him as he aims his wrist launcher at the other 2 and torches them with his flamethrower, killing them slowly as one of the guards tried to sneak up on Naruto until Naruto nonchalantly shoots him in the head without looking. Naruto then jumps and takes off with his jetpack flying above a guard as he launches his fibercord whip and ties him up before swinging him around and throwing him into the Sarlacc pit, screaming before it burps comedically. Naruto then takes his sight down and looks at the remaining 7 guards left and fires his jetpack missile at them, killing them all in one shot as Naruto conjures another jetpack missile and reloads it as he flies towards Serafall and Kateria and lands next to Serafall. Naruto, Sarah, I've got her. Go help Ajucha with Shalba. Serafall, but Naru, what about you? Naruto, I'll be fine. I can deal with her. Kateria, don't get cocky, boy. Serafall reluctantly nods as she runs over to help Ajucha fight off Shalba, leaving Naruto with a scowling Kateria. Naruto, I gave you an option. Now it's time I avenged my fallen father. Kateria, avenge him? He was weak. If he died after our encounter, what will make you any different? You'll die just like him. Naruto, big words for a woman who's about to die. Kateria, why you little? Kateria fires her orange and black magic attacks at Naruto, who just effortlessly dodges, antagonizing Kateria as she gets flashbacks to Minato doing the same thing, making her angrier by the second. Naruto then jumps up and flies up with his jetpack, causing Kateria to do the same with her, launching 3 magic attacks that merge, forming an orange and black dragon that Naruto destroys with his flamethrower. Naruto then flies at Kateria, distracting her by waving his flamethrower in front of her face, making her dodge out of the way and allowing him to get behind her until she regains her bearings and turns around to clash arms with Naruto, Kateria with a magic-covered arm and Naruto with his Beskar wrist gauntlet. Naruto, all this power, and you're still going to die. Kateria, have funny, I was going to say the same thing to you. Kateria goes in for a strike with her staff, but Naruto just dodges out of the way and kicks her down onto the ship and shoots her in the gut with his rifle, injuring her and making her drop her staff. Naruto lands on the ship and aims his rifle at Kateria's head while putting a foot on her injured wound, making Kateria wince in pain as Shalba and Krozuri get cornered by Sarah Fall, Surzex, Ajucha, and Falbium aiming their magic spells in their direction. Naruto, it's over, Kateria. You and your allies are going to die right here and right now. Any last words before you lose your head? Kateria, yeah, go to hell. Do it now, guard. Naruto, what? Unknown to Naruto, who was fight Kateria, the only guard he didn't kill had woken up and snuck up on him, hitting the back of his green jetpack, activating the manual switch button on the back, forcing Naruto to go flying and for his three friends and his fiancée to look on and widen eyes as they see him go out of control. Sarah Fall, Neru, Surzex, Ajucha, and Falbium Naruto. All four of them drop their magic spells and run to the side of the ship railing to see Naruto hit the side of the ship, knocking him unconscious as Shalba and Krozuri run over to Kateria and lift her up, making their getaway in a magic circle, effectively abandoning their army. Sarah Fall widens her eyes as her worst nightmare in her eyes just came true as Surzex, Falbium, and Ajucha widen their eyes seeing Naruto's unconscious body roll and fall into the Sarlacc pit. Sarah Fall, Naruto. Time skip 200 years later scene. Inside the Sarlacc pit POV, Naruto Fet. The inside of the Sarlacc pit is a slimy place where it digests its victims. One of those victims is Naruto, who is covered in its saliva while sitting there motionless until suddenly waking up while gasping for air from the Sarlacc's toxic surroundings and grabbing around the inside of it until taking his sight down and turning the light on to see a rotting corpse of an old Satan faction warrior, making him cringe at the sight of the body as it slowly melts and decomposes more. Naruto struggles to gain his footing until punching a hole into the Sarlacc and igniting his flamethrower that's powered by both his magic and the Phoenix essence he received from the Phoenix clan as a child as a gift of mourning for Minato's death. Scene change, the desert surface. We see a desert with no trace of the Sarlacc as it had been buried for over 200 years as the world's natural shift in nature takes place. Suddenly a hand emerges from the sand as well as Naruto Fet climbing out exhausted and covered in sand seeing sunlight for the first time in his 200 years of being buried in the Sarlacc pit while slowly being digested by it. Naruto struggles to get up reaching an arm out for a hallucination of Sarah Fall in his vision as his last words escape his breath before passing out. Naruto Sarah Fall. Time skip after dark. With the sky now as black as night with Naruto laying in the sand unconscious and still resting from escaping the Sarlacc's grasp. Black feathers fall from the sky as a fallen angel wearing a black fedora and a gray trench coat descends down from the sky with three other female fallen angels. This man's name is Donasek and the three females behind him are Rainier, the leader of the group, as well as Middlet and Calawarner. Rainier, Donasek, why did we stop here in the middle of nowhere in the desert? Middlet, I wanna hurry up and get home already. Why did we make this useless pit stop? Donasek, why don't you ladies stop asking me why and see for yourself? Rainier and Middlet, huh? Donasek points toward the unconscious Naruto which catches the attention of Rainier and Middlet, while Calawarner looks uninterested. Middlet, a person. Rainier, what would someone be doing all the way out here laying down of all things? Calawarner, it's probably just a corpse, let's just leave them. Donasek, I don't care about them. Calawarner, what they are wearing is what I want. Rainier, yes, the armor is rather intriguing. Alright then Donasek, take it from them and use it from now on. I'd rather you have it than that old ragged fedora you like to wear all the time. Donasek gets a twitch mark on his forehead from the insult as he incinerates his fedora and light reluctantly and takes off Naruto's helmet, revealing that his face is unchanged, still that of a 16-year-old teen thanks to the Sarlacc pit's saliva's properties halting his aging, but with his hair now being darker and him only having blonde bangs in the front. Seeing the boy's handsome face makes Rainier and Middle blush while Calawarner scoffs and looks away. Middle, oh my god, he's so handsome, it's too bad he's already dead, I would have loved to have some fun with him before he died. Rainier, like we'd let you do that now of all times. Middle, shut up Rainier, you know you would have done the same. Rainier just scoffs as Donasek finishes taking off the rest of Naruto's armor, leaving just the ruined and tattered white bodysuit he had underneath. Donasek puts on the helmet and the armor as well as the jetpack to the confusion of Calawarner and the others. Calawarner, Donasek, why did you take the jetpack if you have wings to fly? It's useless to us. Donasek, well, if you haven't noticed, this jetpack has a firing rocket on it, as well as the fact that if I find myself in a situation where I do not have my wings I shall use it instead. Rainier, who cares why, you got what you wanted, let's go. Middlet, Rainier, Calawarner, and the newly fitted Donasek fly off and leaving the unconscious Naruto in the desert to die. but a glowing light appears from the sky as blonde-haired blue-eyed man with golden wings and golden armor as well as a gold halo above his head descends looking at the unconscious body of Naruto. I came here looking for Azazel, or at least a trace of his magic he left behind, but it appears I have found something quite interesting. The figure picks up the unconscious Naruto and ascends off in the direction. Time skip the next day scene change, Vatican Church bedroom. Naruto opens his eyes slowly to see a ceiling fan confusing him as he sits up looking at his surroundings until spotting a blonde-haired blue-eyed man staring at him. With haste Naruto quickly reaches for his sidearm but finds nothing to his confusion. Realizing it's not there he passes his body in worry to find his armor gone and just a tattered white bodysuit. Hey, calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. Naruto, who are you, where am I, and where is my armor? My name is Michael and I am an archangel. As for where you are in Rome in the Vatican Church. Michael, as for the armor you are talking about, I have no idea. There was no armor to be seen on you when I found you in the desert. Speaking of which, what is your relation to Azazel? For some reason your energy feels similar to his in a way. Well, at least it feels similar to when he was still an angel, that is, Naruto Azazel. You mean the leader of the Grigori? Yes, sorry pal, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no relation to a fallen angel. The only ties I have to the angels is in my blood. Otherwise I'd be back at home in the underworld. Michael takes this information in for a second before remembering why Azazel fell from grace, not because he had fooled around with a human, but because he had taken a human's life when the woman he had a child with died from childbirth. Michael, may I ask what your name is? Naruto, my name is Naruto, Naruto Fett, the proud son of Minato Fett. Michael widens his eyes before smiling at Naruto. Michael, I see. So you are Azazel's grandson, huh? Never thought I'd get to meet you in person like this. Naruto, I'm sorry, what now? Michael, surely you must know by now. I mean, look at you. You look just like your grandfather. Naruto, what are you talking about? I look nothing like the leader of the Grigori. Michael, I see. Well then, have a look for yourself. Michael pulls out a mirror, showing Naruto his appearance as Naruto widens his red eyes seeing that most of his hair has turned black with only the bangs being left blonde. Naruto, what the hell? I didn't look like this before I fell into the Sarlacc. Wait a minute, what is the date? Michael, the year is 2020, and from what I can gather from what you have just said, you have been stuck in the Sarlacc pit for more than 200 years. Congratulations on your survival. Nobody has been able to survive falling down there. It's a miracle you're still alive, and from the looks of it you must have fell down there when you were young. You probably haven't aged at all as a side effect from the Sarlacc pit's toxins and acidic properties. It will probably affect your body for a while. Give it 8 years or so, give or take, before you start to physically age again. Naruto widens his eyes, getting flashbacks to the moments with Seraphol before the battle and remembering hearing Seraphol's voice calling out to him as he fell into the Sarlacc pit. Naruto falls on his knees and looks down with a dead expression, realizing how long it has truly been. Naruto, Sarah, I'm so sorry. Michael, old lover, I'm guessing. Naruto, fiancé, and I promised her that after the Devil Civil War we would get married, but I fell into the Sarlacc pit and only just escaped yesterday. She and all of my loved ones probably think I'm dead. Michael, I'm sorry that happened to you. Nobody deserves to go through this. Which is why I'm going to help you rehabilitate and get back to your loved ones. Naruto, help me? Why? I'm part devil, shouldn't you hate me? Michael, no. Hate is a sin that shouldn't fall upon anyone, not even the devils. Besides, you aren't just a devil, you are part angel, making you family. Naruto, family? Michael, yes, family. You are the grandson of the former Archangel Azazel, which in turn makes you my grandnephew. And by helping you I also help deepen the bond between all three factions. I doubt the leader of the fallen angels would want war after I helped his grandson. And I doubt the devils would resent the angels for helping one of their own back from the grave. Naruto, I see, thank you, granduncle, it means a lot. Michael smiles as he walks over and hugs Naruto as Naruto returns it, feeling the warmth of family after his father's death 206 years ago as the two part from the hug and look at each other. Naruto, well, even after I rehabilitate and get back on my feet I can't go back to the underworld, at least not completely. I need to find my father's armor. It means more to me than anyone will ever know. Michael, and we will find this armor. But first, we must train. Naruto, train? Why would I need to train? I'm plenty strong enough to go find the person who stole it from me. Michael just shakes his head and smiles, making Naruto confused. Michael, we need to train your talent in conjuring light. If you have forgotten, you are part angel, are you not? Therefore you should be able to conjure light like any other. Naruto, conjure light? Like light swords that angels and fallen angels use. Michael nods as Naruto widens his eyes in excitement, ready to learn how to conjure light. Time skip 1 hour later, scene change, Vatican Church private dojo. Naruto, damn it, why can't I seem to keep the light sword stable? We see Naruto, who has been fitted with newly black robes replacing the old tattered white bodysuit, Imagine Boba Fett's black Tusken robes. He is practicing how to keep light stable into the form of a construct but struggles for some unknown reason, while Michael watches and gives advice on the sidelines. Michael, it takes time to master light constructs, but from what I can tell it seems like the way angelic humans do it is same way like any ordinary angel or fallen angel, and since you are a hybrid of both devil and angelic human, maybe you need something to help access your light power. Naruto, something to help access my power? Naruto looks down deep in thought until looking at his newly made E3 and side blaster he conjured to replace his old ones that were melted in the Sarlacc pit. Naruto, I think I've got it. Michael, what did you figure out? Naruto, watch and you'll see. Naruto sits down cross-legged at a table as Michael does the same, looking at him interested as Naruto holds his arms out like he's reaching to grab something. Suddenly a hilt slowly starts to emerge from nothing as Naruto conjures light and condenses it into a green crystal before putting it in the hilt as he finishes making it. Michael, interesting. So what does this weapon you have just created do? Naruto, well, since I can produce but can't keep light stable enough to be used as a proper weapon, I decided I needed something to regulate it. Something that works kind of like how my E3 works. It's a gun that runs off of my magic, the emitter being the gun, the magic being the ammo for it. I figured it would be the same way here with this. Naruto holds the hilt up and presses a button on its side as it ignites a green light blade. Michael, nicely done, Naruto. You've created a new weapon entirely. What do you call it? Naruto, well, I haven't thought of a name for it yet, so I guess let's just go with lightsaber. Michael, a lightsaber, what a suiting name for such an elegant and beautiful weapon. Alright, now that you have your newly made lightsaber, it is time for you to learn to use it. Naruto, you're gonna teach me swordsmanship? Michael, sadly no. While I am an expert with the blade, I am simply not the best at it. Which is why I requested my sister Gabriel to lend me one of her angels. Suddenly the door to the private dojo opens as two individuals walk through. A nun who has blue eyes who appears to be in her late 20s to early 30s with AQ printed on the back of her hand. Beside her is a young girl around the age of 10 with long blue hair and brownish gold eyes. The girl is wearing a black training bodysuit with a practice sword in hand. Nun, I will teach you, and she will be your sparring partner. You will both eat, sleep, and train together from now on until Lord Michael sees fit. Girl, I hope we become great friends, Lord Naruto. Michael, forgive me. This is Griselda Korda, and the 9-year-old young lady next to her is Zenobia Korda. Griselda is the guardian of Zenobia, and that is why she takes after her family name. She is an exorcist in training. Naruto smiles as he looks down at the shorter girl and crouches down with a smile. Naruto, hey there, my name is Naruto Fett, but you can just call me Naruto. I'm not one for honorifics. Let's be friends, okay? The newly named Zenobia smiles as she nods at this, making Naruto smile back warmly, causing the young girl to blush slightly, sparking something that will affect her future heavily. Time skip 1 year later. Two blades clash together, making both a metal sound and static sound, one of the blades being Duran, now wielded by the now 10-year-old Zenobia, who received the blade from the church after being discovered as a natural holy sword wielder, while the other blade is a green energy blade made of light emitting from a hilt. Imagine the hilt being a mixture of Keegan Jin's lightsaber and Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber. This blade is a green lightsaber created and wielded by Naruto Fett. Naruto, you've gotten better, Zeno. I can feel the power coming from your strike. Zenobia, that's not all that's gotten better, try this on for size. Zenobia kicks Naruto back and strikes the ground, making it shake and causing him to fall over and for his lightsaber to disignite and fall out onto the floor away from him. Michael, who is on the side with Griselda watching the battle, observes closely at Naruto's next move with interest. Zenobia, looks like I win, Naruto. Naruto, I wouldn't celebrate early if I were you, Zeno. Zenobia, nice try, but you won't distract me that easily. Zenobia goes in for a downward strike, ready to hit through Naruto, but misses, hitting the ground from Naruto rolling out of the way and onto his feet, where he leaps over Zenobia's head while reaching his hand out, making his lightsaber come to him as he ignites it and holds it at her neck. Naruto, nice try, but you haven't bested me yet, Zeno. Zenobia, dang it, I was hoping to win this time. Naruto disignites his lightsaber as Michael nods in approval at the outcome as Griselda smiles at the two's bond. POV Michael. Michael, it seems he ready to begin his journey to find his armor. Griselda, yes, he has improved drastically over this past year. He's even learned how to use the dormant power within him as well. Michael, indeed, Father's power of creation and force sensitivity have been given to the right person. I know he will bring a bright future to all the factions, whether he knows it or not. Flashback, the Great War scene change, Heaven. Michael, Father, why did you give some of your power to Azazel's newborn son? God, simple, that boy will bring this world's savior to the light. Where we see three great factions in this war, the savior will bring peace among them along with the birth of a new great faction, one that is not held down by political view and standpoints, but one that will stand tall among loved ones. Michael, a fourth great faction. But how can that be? God, you will find out when you meet the savior of this world. The one that will bring peace to the world. Michael, but how will I know who the savior is? God, you'll know, when they awaken the power dormant within them. The power of the Force. Flashback change Naruto's training. Scene change, Vatican private dojo. Michael, concentrate. Naruto, clear your mind of all thought, and let your instincts guide you. Naruto closes his eyes with Zenovia and Griselda on both of his sides as they charge him, aiming to attack his unarmed stature with their wooden blades as Naruto dodges each strike with elegance, making Michael surprised and look closer, watching Naruto's every step. Michael, father, I have met this world savior, and I believe in your will, he will bring peace to the world. Michael watches Naruto dodge Griselda and Zenovia until they are on both of his sides, Zenovia on his left, and Griselda on his right. They both go in to strike Naruto before said boy holds his arms in an X shape across his chest until thrusting both their arms out, pushing Zenovia and Griselda back with what seems to be nothing. Naruto opens his eyes before looking at his hands in wonder, as Michael claps. Michael, well done, Naruto. It seems you have finally started to unlock your potential. Naruto, what was that? It was like someone. No, it was like something was guiding me through the battle, giving me strength I have never felt before. Michael, what guided you was the Force. Naruto, the Force? Michael, yes, it is a power that only people like you can access. This power can grant you many abilities. But it is what you do with it that truly matters. Naruto looks down at his hand and grips it in a fist before gaining a smile and looks at Michael. Naruto, I will use its power to protect the ones I love. Only then will I be truly strong. Michael, very well then, your real training begins now. Flashback end. POV Naruto Fet. Zenovia, even after this past year I still can't beat you, Naruto. Naruto, don't bring yourself down, Zeno. You did amazing. I just have more experience with fighting is all that. You'll get there one day. Besides, you are a far better swordsman than I'll ever be. Zenovia, you really mean it. Naruto, of course, you have a bright future ahead of you. Zenovia looks at Naruto in joy as she blushes and smiles at him, hugging him, prompting Michael to walk over with a smile on his face. Michael, nicely done, Naruto. Your training is complete, you have mastered both the way of the blade and the way of the Force. Your next decision is up to you now, whether you return to the underworld, or begin your search for your father's armor. Naruto, thank you, granduncle, for everything. Michael, no, thank you, Naruto. You have shown me valuable lessons that one isn't defined by what race or what power they have, but rather who they choose to be. Naruto holds a hand out in which Michael shakes as the two smile at each other in both respect and care. Time skip 20 minutes later, scene change, Vatican Church entrance. Zenovia, do you really have to leave? Naruto, sadly yes, but I'll be back once I go talk to my friend in the underworld, I promise. Zenovia, okay. Zenovia looks down in sadness as Naruto gains a smile on face, getting an idea as he takes his lightsaber off of his waist and kneels down from his 6-foot height to meet at Zenovia's 10-year-old 4 feet 11 inches height, making her look at him in confusion as he holds his lightsaber in front of her, gesturing her to take it. Zenovia, why are you giving me this? Naruto, I want you to hold onto it for me. Until I return, it is yours to wield. Zenovia looks at Naruto with a smile, hugging him as she blushes. Naruto separates from the hug and stands back up looking at Michael and Griselda with respect and gratitude. Naruto, thank you both, for everything. If you hadn't saved me when you did, well, I don't know where I would be today. Michael, there's no need to thank us. I was just doing what anyone else would have done, much less for someone of my own family. Griselda, we wish you the best in your travels, and good luck. Naruto smiles and bows before walking off into the distance until out of sight from any civilians and using a magic circle to teleport to the underworld. Scene change, Ajuka's lab POV, Ajuka Beelzebub. We see Ajuka, who was crowned as the new Devil King Beelzebub, sitting down deep in thought while looking at a photo that was taken before the final battle. In the photo we see Falbium, Surzex, Ajuka himself, Seraphol, and finally one of Ajuka's best friends, Naruto Fett, wearing his Mandalorian armor and white bodysuit. Naruto in a side-leaning pose with his E3 blaster up in the air with Seraphol's right arm around him with her other making a peace sign as well as her sticking her tongue out. At the camera, Surzex and Falbium grinning side by side with Ajuka smiling at the camera. Ajuka, I wonder what you would say right now if you saw me like this, still mourning over you 200 years after your death. You're the only reason Devil Society is still going after all. If it weren't for you I wouldn't have been able to create the evil pieces, the reason I create things today. Naruto, I'd say you were a pretty damn good friend if you still remember me after all this time. I would also say I am proud of you. Ajuka Astaroth, the nerdy hopeless guy I became friends with, is now one of the 4 Devil Kings as the Beelzebub. Ajuka widens his eyes hearing a voice he hasn't heard for over 200 years, quickly turning around to see Naruto standing there in the flesh, looking the same the last time he saw him, but without his armor and wearing black robes with most of his hair being black except for the blonde bangs in the front. Naruto, hey, it's been a while Ajuka, hey did you miss me? Ajuka widens his eyes and gains a happy smile with tears threatening to fall from his face as he stands up and walks up to Naruto slowly, rubbing his eyes trying to sense the illusion he believes he is seeing. Naruto, you're not seeing things my friend, this is real. Ajuka, but how are you alive? You died 200 years ago in the Sarlacc pit. Naruto, you can't kill me that easily Ajuka, I escaped from the Sarlacc's grasp. Naruto and Ajuka share a hug filled with their brotherly bond until separating from each other, giving Ajuka a good look at Naruto. Ajuka, why do you look so young? It's been 200 years yet you still look like you're 16, you should at least look to be in your 20s like me. How is this possible? Naruto, I was told that my body has stopped aging physically because it has absorbed so much of the Sarlacc's acid. My armor protected me from being digested by it as well as absorbing more of it, but it could only protect me so much. It will take at least 8 years for my body to begin aging again. The only reason why my hair is this way is because it darkening naturally. Ajuka, I see. But what of your armor? Did the Sarlacc dissolve it? Naruto, no. My armor is unbreakable. Even acidic properties can't destroy it. The only way to destroy Beskar is with Beskar itself. My armor was forged by God himself. He made the materials himself. All he needed to do was smelt it and mold it into the shape it is now. Ajuka, interesting. Then what happened to your armor if the Sarlacc didn't destroy it? Naruto, I don't know, but my best guess is someone stole it off my unconscious body after I escaped. Just thinking about it pisses me off. Someone not worthy of the creed wearing my Mandalorian armor. I could always just make more armor by creating Beskar with my conjuring magic since I know its properties down to the atom since I was a kid, but I have no clue how to mold it into armor. I'd need a blacksmith for that. And it would be shaming both mine and the Mandalore's honor if I didn't claim my own armor once. More. I will get it back. But that's not why I'm here. I wish I could say it was a social visit, but it sadly isn't. Ajuka, that is sad to hear. I'm guessing you won't be staying in the underworld for long then. Very well, how may I help an old friend out? Naruto, I want you to give me the Mandalorian pieces, as well as my evil pieces. No doubt you modified them to be Mandalorian evil pieces. Ajuka, heh, it's great to have you back with me again. But yes, I have. I of course made the Mandalorian pieces so you can raise a new faction, one I am interested to see, as well as what you do with your peerage. Ajuka pulls out a set of green glowing chess pieces with Mandalorian helmets on them to signify their modifications, as well as a strange glowy white piece in the shape of a mythosaur skull. Ajuka, the white piece I have in my hand will allow you create more of them. It is of course infused with genetic code, copying the DNA of your race. So anyone who absorbs one of these will become an angel-devil-human hybrid like yourself. The only exceptions being if they were a special race like a yokai or a vampire, their race's blood would be used as a substitute for the human side. But other than that, they will be a Mandalorian. Of course, they will also gain the same strength, durability, accuracy, and natural instincts with being a Mandalorian. They may even inherit some of your magical abilities if the design I made works properly. Naruto looks at Ajuka in approval with a smile on his face as he picks up the glowing white piece, infusing his magic into it as it merges with him, marking his right shoulder underneath his robe with a black tattoo in the shape of the mythosaur skull. Naruto, I can feel the power of the piece inside me. Thank you, Ajuka. You have no idea how much this means to me. Because of you, I can finally start building a legacy my father envisioned. Ajuka, your father was an honorable man, and I know if he saw you now, he'd be proud of you. Naruto and Ajuka share a smile as Naruto nods at Ajuka while picking up the king piece out of the green evil piece set. Naruto, so these are the famed evil pieces, huh? I can see you put my signature color with my helmet embroidered on them. Ajuka, that is because they are both your evil pieces as being Mandalorian pieces. They will be considered a devil peerage, but they will be in your race. So whoever you reincarnate with, those pieces are part of your peerage. It is a way that the devils and Mandalorians will be connected. You are after all still one of us. But the green is just for looks, I mean it is your favorite color after all. Naruto smiles looking at the knight piece, getting flashbacks to Zenobia and getting an idea as he absorbs the king piece. Naruto, well, I would love to stay longer and catch up, but I have to go. But before I leave the underworld, I wish I could see how she's doing. Ajuka, she's been heartbroken ever since your fall, you know. But she never let it get to her, she's pulling through strong. But if I know you, you won't approach her, she is one of your only weaknesses, you just can't seem to say no to her. Naruto, what can I say? Sarah is one of the reasons I escaped the Sarlacc pit. The only thing I could think of was her the entire time I was struggling to get out. There's just something about her that I can't help but love, you know. Well, I must get going. It was nice seeing you, Ajuka. And thank you for all your help, both in starting my new race, and in being one of my true friends. Ajuka, and thank you as well. Just knowing you are alive means a lot. I know that you and the Mandalorians have a bright future ahead of you. Naruto and Ajuka pull each other into a hug one last time before Naruto waves goodbye and teleports off in a new green magic circle with the emblem of the mythosaur on the clan-fed crest. Scene change, Vatican Church POV, Naruto Fet. Naruto teleports back to the same spot he left in and begins his journey back to the church, but to his horror he finds the church burnt down to the ground with flames still around it. Naruto, no, damn it, what the hell happened? Hell help me. Turning to his right, Naruto sees a child around the age of 10 years old with short black hair wearing a black bodysuit being crushed underneath rubble. Naruto runs over and lifts the rubble up, seeing the child gasp for air trying to move, but being halted as Naruto holds him still, allowing the child to breathe better. Naruto, what is your name? My name is Din Jiren. Naruto, what happened here, Jiren? Jiren, we were attacked by fallen angels after Lord Michael and Sister Griselda left with a blue-haired girl on business at another church. Sadly, I am the only survivor. Naruto looks at Jiren with a reassuring smile, calming him down as the boy looks down in sadness. Jiren, the church was my home. Without it, I have nowhere to go. All I had left is gone. Naruto, what happened to your parents? Did they die in this tragedy? Jiren, no, they died when I was young. Around when I was 5 or 6, I was orphaned and taken in by the church. But now, Naruto, if you want, you can come with me, and become my little brother, be a part of something greater than anything you have experienced. Jiren looks at the smiling Naruto with surprise and confusion. Jiren, but why? Why me? Naruto, because you remind me of myself. I too was orphaned at a young age like you, but I was given a chance to be something more, someone who got stronger and protected their loved ones. I see myself in you, and so I'm giving you the same chance I had. Din Jiren, will you join me in the way of the Mandalore and be a Mandalorian by my side as brothers in arms? Din Jiren looks at his savior in a new light from hearing this as he looks at Naruto with a face filled with resolve. Jiren, yes, I will. Naruto, this is the way. Jiren, this is the way. Time skip 7 years later. Scene, Koa Academy entrance POV, Naruto Fet. Jiren, can you tell me why we enrolled in this school again? Yeah, why do we need to attend school? Naruto, well, if you were paying attention to Rook this morning, Jiren, Revan, you need to take a break from all the fighting and just enjoy life as a teenager for once. Revan, then why are you here? You aren't exactly young. Naruto, I am here for 3 reasons: to watch over you too, to learn more about the world's history since I have been gone for some time, and because I want to see how 3 individuals that attend school here are doing. Jiren, who might those be if you don't mind me asking? Naruto, Rias, Gremory, and Sona Citri, or should I say Shirtorai, since that's what the Citri clan goes by in the human world. Revan, that's only 2, and why would you even want to see them anyway? Jiren, did you forget Revan? Naruto is engaged to the Citri girl's sister and is the adopted brother of the Gremory girl. Naruto, you are correct, Jiren. I want to see how they have matured, what kind of people they are, and what their goals are for the future. As for the third person I am talking about, well, you will see Revan soon enough. It will be a surprise since you haven't met them yet despite being twins from birth. Revan, wait, you don't mean Dash? Naruto, looks like you figured it out. Oh, by the way, it also appears we have attracted some attention our way. Jiren and Revan stop walking and look around, noticing the whispers of all the students around them, as well as some of the female students blushing at the handsome faces of all 3 of the boys and the hateful glares of the jealous male students. Speaking of appearances, hey guys, it's Gold here, making a 4th wall break for a quick second to address the appearances of the 3. Din Jiren has his signature short black hair from the Mandalorian show as well as brown eyes. Revan, on the other hand, in this series is quite different from his canon Star Wars counterpart genetically speaking and will be named under a familiar name of the series, as you will soon see, because Revan's name is unknown, so I'm just gonna use Revan as his first name. Anyway, Revan has shoulder-length black hair parted to the left with purple eyes. Naruto looks the same as he did 7 years ago thanks to the Sarlacc pit's acid. But now that time has passed, its effects have worn off and he will start aging once again. All 3 of them are wearing the Koa Academy uniform buttoned up like any other male student. But on the left side of the uniform's jacket is a pin shaped like a mythosaur skull. Now back to the story. Naruto, we've been here for only 5 minutes and we've already got them all talking. Revan, maybe it won't be so bad here after all. The 3 smirk and continue to walk as a girl with crimson red hair and blue eyes wearing the Koa Academy female uniform looks at them in curiosity. This girl is Rias Gremory, the heiress to the Gremory clan. POV, Rias Gremory. Rias walks away from the window and sits down on a green couch, crossing her legs with her queen Akino Himejima behind her. She has black hair tied up in an orange ribbon and purple eyes. Like Rias, she is wearing the Koa Academy female uniform. Rias, who were those boys? Akino, what boys? Rias, the 3 boys that were walking together. Akino, well, they look like transfer students. I heard they were in class 2B. One in the middle's name is Naruto Fet, the one on the left is Din Jiren, and the on the right's name is Revan, but sadly I couldn't find out his last name. Why, what makes you ask about them? Rias, oh nothing, I was just wondering if you knew who they were. That's all. Oh, checkmate. Rias gets up from the couch while Aquino looks down in disappointment. Aquino, Rias, your trap was very easy to see through. Aquino, sorry, I did my best to make it harder on you. Rias, thanks, I look forward to next time. Aquino just watches as Rias strips until she is wearing nothing and steps into the shower, turning it on as Rias stares up at the ceiling deep in thought. Scene change, classroom 2 BPOV, Naruto Fet. Teacher, alright class, settle down, we have 3 new transfer students that I want you all to welcome. The boys start murmuring amongst themselves, hoping it's another set of hot chicks, while the girls look disgusted at the perverted thoughts of the guys and just hope it's someone normal. Teacher, okay, you 3 can come in now. The door to the classroom slides open and 3 familiar people walk in, Naruto, Jiren, and Revan. Naruto, hello there, my name is Naruto Fet, but you can just call me Naruto. It is a pleasure to be learning with you all. Naruto flashes a smile, making the girls blush and for the boys to scowl and yell out curses. Motohama, screw you, pretty boy, go die. Matsuda, yeah, you're ruining the rest of our chances to get laid. Issei, yeah. The girls then glare at the perverted trio and silence them, and with their silence the teacher gestures to Jiren. Jiren, my name is Din Jiren, I hope that you will treat us well. Jiren bows with a smile, getting the same reaction as Naruto as the teacher then gestures to Revan. Revan, my name is Revan Himejima, and I look forward to learning with you all. Hearing the last name Himejima catches the eyes of many as the class starts to whisper among themselves before Revan bows respectfully, gaining a smile from the teacher at his elegant manners. Teacher, alright, you 3, you guys can take the 3 open seats. Luckily they're right next to each other, so you'll be able to sit with each other. Naruto smirks at the tiny commotion, whilst Revan looks annoyed at the commotion and Jiren's blank reaction. Time skip afternoon. Revan, damn, class was so boring. I thought you said we were supposed to enjoy this life. Jiren, I mean, at least the students were nice to us. Revan, easy for you to say, they weren't whispering about you the entire time. Naruto piped down, Revan, they'll get over it soon enough. The only thing that worries me is that the devils here will catch on sooner than I'd like. I'm sure you will be approached by your sister Aquino soon. Revan, yeah, you're right about that. The only reason we've gotten as far as we have is because of the human DNA of the Mandalorian race. Naruto, hey, wait a sec, look over there on the bridge. Revan and Jiren look over to see Issei Hayato, one of the boys in their class and one of the perverted trio, being approached by a girl with black hair and violet eyes. POV, Issei Hayato. Issei, ugh, being a teenager is the worst. At this rate, jerking off to porn is the closest I'll ever get to doing it before I go off to college, which means I'll be a virgin forever and die alone. Issei hangs his head down in depression as he hears footsteps coming toward him until they stop. Excuse me, you're Issei Hayato from Ko Academy, right? Or am I wrong? Issei, yeah. Issei, I don't recognize that uniform. What school's she from? Who cares, she's fine. Hi, Issei, hey, if there's anything I can help you with. Sort of, I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Are you seeing anyone right now? Issei, now, no. That's wonderful. Issei, it is. In that case, since you're single, do you think you'd like to go out with me? Issei, go out with you. I've been watching, you've been passing by here a lot and you seem so, I don't know, gentle and very handsome, and I dash. Issei, this cannot be happening to me right now. See, the thing is, I'd like for you to be my boyfriend. Whoa, is this for real? POV, Naruto Fet. Jiren, Naruto, Revan, do you feel that? Revan, yeah, you're talking about the aura coming off of her, we can feel it alright. Naruto, the girl is a fallen angel, what she's doing here is anyone's guess, but I think it would be better if we left it alone. Revan, and let him die. Are you crazy? Jiren, Revan, we will do as Naruto says. Revan, what, do you honestly expect me to just sit here and let that pervert die for no reason? Naruto, Revan, if you forgot, this place is crawling with devils, and if what I feel from Issei is true, then he possesses a sacred gear, one I'm sure the Gremry heiress is aware of. I doubt she would let it go just like that, at least in predicament anyway. For now we will let the fallen angel be, but if anything pops up we'll deal with it immediately. Is that understood? Revan nods hesitantly alongside Jiren, who has complete faith in Naruto. Naruto, this is the way. Revan and Jiren, this is the way. Naruto, Revan, and Jiren head off to the place they were staying at while deep in thought on the day's events. Scene change, Mando Estate. Naruto, we're back. Welcome back, Naruto. Any luck on locating your armor? Naruto, sadly no, Rook, but we will find it, no matter how long it takes. Rook, this is the way. Naruto, this is the way. Rook, cast, the armorer of the Mandalorians. In simple terms, the blacksmith, she molds the Beskar created by Naruto into the Mandalorian armor that is worn by the Mandalorians of their race. She wields unique weapons akin to her fighting style. She wields a gravity hammer and magnetic tongs, too. Of the many items she uses for forging armor, she has short blackish purple hair cut into a bob cut as well as blue eyes. She wears a fur coat-like cape over her maroon-red armor chestplate as well as a brown utility-like belt containing side weapons like grenades. Connected to the belt is a brown besker-like cloth shaped like a skirt. Over her hands and feet she wears brown blacksmith gloves and brown combat boots over her gray bodysuit that is underneath her armor and fur coat. She also wears a golden jetpack on her back. Beside her on a table is a golden helmet with spikes on the top and a black curved T-shaped visor like her name. She is one of the rooks in Naruto's Mandalorian peerage alongside Revan as one of his knights and Jiren as his queen, leaving 1 knight piece, 8 pawn pieces, and 2 bishop pieces left to be used as well as 1 rook to be revealed. Rook, by the way, someone came by today. Naruto, really? Who might that be? Revan and Jiren look on interest as they sit down on a couch to listen in. Rook, your grandfather Azazel. Naruto widens his eyes in confusion as he looks more interested in the recent visitor. Naruto, what did he want and how did he know I lived here? As far as I knew, he wasn't aware of my existence. Rook, well, from what I was told from Azazel himself, he's known about you being alive since you escaped the Sarlacc pit 8 years ago, or so I have been told. He says he wants to have a talk with you, and he has something you might want to see. Naruto, really now? Where does he wish to meet and at what time? I'll at least hear what the old man has to say. Rook, all he gave me was an address and a time to meet with you on Sunday at 8:00. Revan, hey, wait a second, you don't plan on going alone, do you? Naruto, what, of course not, I'm bringing you and Jiren with me as escorts. Besides, from what I was told, the old man wouldn't waste potential research and I'm sure he'd love to take a look at Mandalorian Beskar armor firsthand, wouldn't you say? Jiren, I agree, he won't try anything if we come with you. But if anything happens, we're getting you out of there immediately. Without your armor you won't be able to fight at full capacity, especially not against the leader of the Grigori. Naruto, do as you wish, but we're at least gonna hear him out. He is a part of my family and if he's anything like my father he won't attack, but embrace. Time skip. Sunday meeting with Azazel. Scene change, Azazel's home in Ko. We see Naruto, Revan, and Jiren standing in front of the address doorstep. Naruto now in his black robes with a strange hilt with black lines on it, and a curved edge extending from the top emitter. The hilt's hanging off of his utility waist belt that also holds the holster over his right hip that holds his 5 Malawin Quacha's sidearm. On Naruto's right is Din Djarin wearing a black bodysuit underneath his silver-colored Beskar Mandalorian armor with his right pauldron containing the mark shaped like a mudhorn, symbolizing his signet. He wears a regular Mandalorian helmet with a black T-shaped visor but with a line over the top his helmet connecting the back and front together. He also wears a silver Beskar jetpack on his back that's beside a disintegration rifle attached to a dark brown bandolier connected to his waist belt that is also connected to a holster contains a sidearm IB-94 blaster for quick draws and easy access. But perhaps what makes Jiren's armor different from Naruto's the most are the wrist gauntlets weapon choice. Instead of having a wrist rocket, he contains whistling birds, tiny dart-like missiles that can easily eliminate multiple threats or neutralize them, depending on the user's wishes, overall making it a different kind of weapon compared to Naruto's wrist rockets explosions. On Naruto's left we see Revan Himejima, who's wearing a black hooded cloak/cape attached to his red Beskar chestplate over a black bodysuit top and lower black robe with a red drape hanging down. He also wears 2 red Beskar gauntlets on his wrists, one containing his flamethrower while the other a side blaster. On his waist are 2 hilts that look unique from one another, both being the same type of weapon, lightsabers, but the most unique thing about Revan's armor is the helmet. Unlike most Mandalorians, Revan strays from the T-shaped visor and just has a horizontal black line in the front as a visor, with it being outlined in red paint with the rest being a normal Beskar color. Jiren, who knew your grandfather was rich? Revan, no kidding, I mean look at the size of this place. Naruto, both of you, stay on guard, we don't know who could answer that door. Naruto walks up to the door and rings the doorbell, and to all 3 of their surprise, a man with black hair and blonde bangs as well as red eyes with a black goatee wearing a gray kimono answers the door, overall looking like an older version of Naruto in his mid-20s to early 30s. Azazel, hello there, my name is Azazel and I am the head of the fallen angels. Looking at you and that handsome face I can only assume you are my grandson, Naruto Fett? Naruto, well, you've got that right, I am Naruto, leader of the Mandalore and one of the lost heroes from the Great Devil Civil War. Hello there, grandfather, it's a pleasure to meet you, after all, we are family. Azazel walks towards Naruto but stops as Jiren pulls out his sidearm blaster and Revan his 2 lightsabers, igniting them, showing the purple light for the left and red light for the right. Jiren, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Revan, not unless you have a death wish. Azazel looks at the 2 armored Mandalorians behind Naruto in interest at the unique weapons and the familiar-looking armor. Azazel, just like I thought, you are the owner of that armor. Hearing this piques Naruto's interest as he gestures for Jiren and Revan to stand down, causing them to hesitantly do so but stay on guard at the ready. Naruto, what do you mean like you thought? Do you know where my armor is? Azazel, sure I do. I know where and who has it. But before we talk business, why don't you come inside? I want to get to know my own flesh and blood before talking about all of that. Naruto just smiles as he, Jiren, and Revan follow Azazel into the home. Time skip 1 hour later. Azazel, so wait, let me get this straight. You are engaged to the Satan Leviathan and you haven't touched her bare ass yet? Naruto blushes, looking down, embarrassed as Revan and Jiren, who have taken their helmets off and have set them aside on the floor next to them, begin to laugh at Naruto's expense. Naruto, shoo, shut up. It will happen one day, just not right now. Besides, she doesn't even know I'm still alive. The only people from my past that know I escaped the Sarlacc as far as I know are Ajuka, Beelzebub, and Granduncle Michael. Azazel, still you can't act like you haven't wanted to touch them. Naruto, shoo, shut up, you damn pervert. Revan, man, who knew your old man was such a chill dude? Jiren, seriously, I thought he was all serious and more business. Azazel, nah, I think being too serious is just a waste of time, no enjoyment of life if you don't have a little fun, you know. Jiren, Revan, and Naruto, here. All of them clang their glasses together and take a sip of the contents inside. Naruto's gaze turns more serious as he looks to Azazel, who does the same. Naruto, so, what you got for me, old man? Azazel, take a look at this. Azazel puts down a silver bounty puck that projects a hologram showing the girl from earlier, getting the attention of Naruto, Jiren, and Revan. Revan, it's that girl from earlier. Naruto, yeah, the one that asked out Issei. Azazel, her name is Rainier, but the human alias she's going by nowadays is Yuma Amano. She was one of the most loyal fallen angels in my ranks until recently, when she abandoned the Grigori without any reason as to why. I want you to find her and bring her to me alive. Naruto, what's in it for me? Azazel, I thought you would ask that. Azazel puts another bounty puck down, revealing a hologram that widens the eyes of Naruto, Jiren, and Revan as all three of them smirk. The image that appears is Danasik, who is donning the armor he stole from Naruto 8 years ago. Naruto, so that's what you meant by you knew who had my armor. Azazel, yes, his name is Danasik, one of the more demanding fallen angels that left with Rainier. As you can see, he is wearing the same type of armor you are looking for. No doubt it's the same armor that belongs to you. Naruto, interesting. May I ask why you don't just hunt them down and take the armor for yourself? Azazel, because it belongs with you and the Mandalorians, and I owe my son Minato a lot. It is only right that I watch over you, his son, and my grandson. Naruto, thank you, grandfather. It means a lot knowing that you do care about me and dad. Azazel, Minato was my greatest creation. When he was born, I felt like the happiest man in the world. It was tragic when his mother died. I only wish I could have raised him myself. But I was hunted down from becoming the first fallen angel, and eventually going on to leading the Grigori. It all took too much time up and was no life for a kid, so I put him in an orphanage and could only mentor him from afar by leaving him books on how to use conjuring magic and books on martial arts. When I heard of his death, I felt like a failure, and that I should have just raised him myself and left the Grigori to someone else. I was depressed. I didn't even get to tell my own son that I was proud of him. But then I heard about you, his son, then it felt like I still had something left to protect. I searched through the underworld trying to find you until word spread in the underworld that you fell into the Sarlacc pit. You were wiped from the underworld's history by the new Satans to make the new generation believe the devils were stronger than they let on. Everyone from the old generation thought you were dead, food to Sarlacc pit. But not me. I believed that you were still alive and that there was no way something like the Sarlacc pit would take out a fighter like you so easily, and I was right. When I felt your magic, I had rushed over to see my older brother Michael caring to you, so I waited for the right time to approach you, and here we are, face to face. If there's anything I would say to you in this moment, it's that I'm proud of the man you have become, with such little guidance too. Naruto, grandfather, I know I am not my father, but I know if he heard those words from you, he would say the same thing I would, because I forgive you. We are family and nothing will change that. Naruto smiles warmly at Azazel, with Jiren and Revan doing the same, seeing the heartwarming union between blood. Azazel, speaking of family, I'm sorry for your loss, Revan. Your mother was like a sister to me. Revan, it isn't your fault. Either you or dad were responsible for her death. I wish I could say my sister Akino feels the same way, but she doesn't. Hell, she doesn't even know I exist. Azazel, something I am sure will change in time, but for now this is a start. Naruto, this is the way. Revan and Jiren, this is the way. Azazel, this is the way. Time skip. The next day, scene change. Ko Academy POV, Issei Hayato. Issei, stop screwing with me, guys. You seriously don't remember meeting Yuma? Matsuda, nah dude, name's not ringing any bells. Motohama, I'll say it again, you never introduced us to a chick and it's impossible you have a girlfriend. Issei, but that doesn't make any sense. Her email address is right here. Issei pulls out his phone, but to his surprise Yuma's email has disappeared. Issei no way, Yuma's contact information's not in my phone, what in the hell? Issei looks away from his phone and to his left to see Rias Gremory standing there above them at the top of the stairs. Matsuda Big IES, 12-foot o'clock, Motohama Rias. Random girl, she's so awesome, random girl too and totally gorgeous. Rias walks down the stairs making Issei blush as she passes him, giving him a side glance and a smile, shocking him as he watches her fleeing stature. Matsuda filing that image away for later. Motohama, there's just something about her, she's like a naughty red-headed princess, you know. Matsuda HM, hey, maybe you've been watching too much porn and it's making you cray-cray. Issei, look, I'm not crazy, I know what happened, okay? Matsuda, relax, just come by my place after school today, and we'll hang out, and watch my treasured collection of DVD porn. Matsuda gets a goofy grin screaming that out, whilst girls look at the three boys disgusted at such indecency. Random girl 2, all those guys do is jerk off, random girl, they're so gross. Random girl 2, they're losers. Matsuda, anyway, I just got a new disc called Double D's and the nerds who love them. Motohama, that sounds awesome. Didn't you say you also got the latest Gentleman? Cutting to Issei, Issei, so weird. Time skip after school, scene change, Matsuda's place. Momo transform, he ha ha ha, Motohama, ooh, this is Momo's latest video, Kamen Rider Pinky. Matsuda, sure is, I had to pull some major strings. Issei, man, this is so weird, how could it have been a dream when the memories feel so real like they just happened yesterday? Plus, if it never happened, where did my memories of the real 2 days go? Matsuda, yo, what the hell's wrong with you, Issei? You are a Mamazono Momo fan, aren't you? Issei, Motohama, hey, let's turn off the lights, it's way too bright in here, I can't concentrate. Matsuda, yeah, that's way better. Motohama, I know. Matsuda turns the lights off, but to Issei's surprise it appears that they are still on, confusing him. Issei, guys, the lights are still on. Motohama, wait, what did you just say? Issei, the lights in the room, I thought you were gonna turn them off. Matsuda, huh, what are you talking about, bros Eve? Issei, no, I'm wrong, they are off, I don't see any light. But I know I sense it. I do. Issei, sorry, I'm going home. Matsuda, hey. Motohama, what's wrong? Are you alright? Scene change, Ko streets. Issei, I'm not nuts. My eyes are freaking out on me. This is weird. I feel so different, like there's something inside me that's changing. Issei looks behind him to see a child arguing with her mother, confusing him because he hears them clear as day, but they are also so far away that it would be impossible to hear them normally. Issei, it doesn't make sense. How can I hear them from so far away? Issei, what's happening to me? Why is my body doing this? Issei runs down the streets of Kuo and enters an empty park with a fountain that he recognizes as the same place he went from Yuma. Issei, I've been here before, yes, this is it, this is the park where I took Yuma when we went on our first date. It was real, it couldn't have been a dream. I remember every single thing about it. Issei hears a loud noise that sounded like a roar as he turns around in fear. Issei, what the hell was that? Donasek, well, this really is unfortunate, me running into you, that is. Issei, oh man, why won't my body stop shaking? Donasek, A man steps out of the shadow and in front of Issei, revealing the Mandalorian armor he wears as he looks toward Issei, making Issei jump far back to his surprise. Issei, I meant to back up a little, not jump. Donasek looking for a way out. Issei, I don't understand what's happening to me. Issei starts to sprint, trying to get away from the armored man as black feathers fall from the sky over him. Issei, feathers. Yuma? Issei looks up to see the man flying above him with black feathered wings until he lands in front of Issei, making the boy stumble back and drop his school bag. Donasek, such cowardice, I can't abide lower class beings. Issei, no, how can this be real? Donasek, so let's see, it appears as though your friends and master are nowhere to be found. You show no signs of disappearing or any magic circles being deployed. Therefore I will assume you are nothing but a stray. Is that correct? Donasek raises his left arm and forms a blue light spear in his hand as Issei starts to run away. Donasek, and that would mean, killing you won't be a problem. Issei, if I'm gonna die in a dream, I'd rather be killed by a hot chick than a dude. Not cool. Donasek throws the light spear, impaling Issei as he falls to his knees in pain. Issei, man, this blows big time. This is the worst pain I've ever felt. It didn't hurt near as bad when Yuma murdered me in my last dream. Issei tries to grab the spear only for it to burn his hand, making him scream in pain. Donasek, hurts, doesn't it? Light is a deadly poison to your kind. It burns you from within. I thought I finished you off, but it seems you're quite the tough one. Don't worry, I'll put you out of your misery shortly. Issei, I'm done for. Someone help me, please. Donasek goes to finish Issei off, but the spear shatters from red and black destruction magic. Donasek, what did you just do, you little shit? And what the hell is that? Donasik and Issei turn to their left to see a red magic circle with Rias Gremory standing in it as the red magic circle disappears. Rias, keep your hands off of him. Issei, that red hair, did Rias come to save me? Donasik, I'll teach you not to meddle where you don't belong. Donasik throws his blue light spear at Rias, only for it to be kicked away and back into Donasik's hand by a petite girl with short white hair cut into a bob in the back with bangs in the front as well as a black cat clip in the front of her hair. She also has gold eyes that are as beautiful as the metal itself. She is wearing the Ko Academy female uniform but without the shoulder cape. This girl is Kaneko Tuju, Rias's rook. Donasik, I'm done with you. Donasik charges at them, but thanks to the Mandalorian helmet's 360-degree vision, he narrowly dodges out of the way with ease to the surprise of Akino, who runs next to the other two girls. Rias and Kaneko give the same reaction as all three of the girls prepare to defend against Donasik, who is currently charging at them. But suddenly out of nowhere, Donasik gets kicked away by a familiar figure flying in with a jetpack wearing silver-colored Beskar armor. This figure is Din Djarin. Rias looks on, in confusion, seeing the male figure arrive, not knowing it to be Din Djarin as he is wearing his Mandalorian armor and helmet. Donasik, damn it, there's little runts everywhere. I swear, oh wait a sec, that armor, it's just like mine. Hell, well, who knew? I thought I was the only one who owned armor like this. Djarin, that armor doesn't belong to you. It belongs with the Mandalorians. Hand it over and I might let you live to see my client. Donasik, ha, don't make me laugh. Like anyone as filthy as you could kill a superior being me. And Mandalorians? Never heard of them, and neither do I care. Djarin sighs as he looks over at the confused Rias, then at the bloodied Issei, then back at Donasik. Djarin, I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. Hearing the nonchalant voice talk about killing in such a manner makes Rias, Akino, and Kaneko shiver a bit, whilst Donasik laughs at the man. Donasik, ha, either, die. Donasik goes in to stab Djarin only to have his spear shatter effortlessly against Din Djarin's Beskar chest plate, shocking both Donasik and the three girls watching the scene. Donasik, what? How's that possible? No armor can block my light spears. Djarin, it's Beskar armor. I thought you'd be smarter since you're wearing it. It's a shame his armor was stolen by someone like you. Djarin black hands Donasik and quick draw blasts his right arm, making it leak blood over the ground as Donasik jumps back holding his right arm in pain. Donasik, damn it, this isn't over, Mando. Donasik flies off, leaving a stunned Rias, Akino, and Kaneko to watch Djarin walk over to the blood on the ground and collect some of it in a vial. Djarin, Mando, huh, catchy, I like it. Rias, ahem. Djarin looks over to his right to see an annoyed Rias, with a smiling Akino and a stoic-looking Kaneko behind her. Djarin, can I help you, Mrs. Gremory? Rias, so you know who I am? Djarin, yes, my master is very familiar with your family. Rias, so you're a devil then? Djarin, no, I am only part devil. Everyone from my race is, as you heard, we are the Mandalorians. We serve the way of the Mandalore. Rias, first I'm hearing of them. Djarin, my name is not important and my master's is not for me to give. Rias, well, if you don't tell me then I'll have to destroy you right here and now. Djarin, you can try, but it won't happen. I'll send my master your regards though. Djarin takes off with his jetpack but gets cut off by Rias's destruction energy. But to Rias's dismay it bounces off the Beskar like it was nothing. Rias, what? Kokenko, Kaneko on it. Kaneko jumps up and throws a punch at Djarin, who landed back on the ground and dodges the punch, returning it with a punch of his own, knocking Kaneko back, sliding across the concrete, showing she was narrowly able to block it with an arm cross block. Kaneko goes in for a barrage of punches and kicks only for them to be blocked with no damage whatsoever to Djarin or the Beskar armor. Djarin elbows Kaneko in the ribs, knocking the air out of her as he kicks her into a tree, knocking her unconscious. POV, Din Djarin. Djarin, looks like your rook didn't do as well as you thought. I'll be taking my leave now. Djarin once again flies in the air, getting a considerable distance away from the park before being stopped by Rias, who flies in front of him, stopping his path once more. Rias, stop this instant. You are in my territory, and you have no right to be here. Now come with me or face judgment for trespassing. Djarin, by all means I understand your anger, but it clouds your judgment. You are only getting this way because of the predicament you are in, otherwise you would probably be wanting to take me alive for answers. You can't bear that you are being defeated so easily. It wounds your ego. Rias, what would you know about the Gremory family and me? You're nothing but a random trespasser. Djarin, I don't know much about the Gremory family or you for that matter, but my master has close ties with them, especially Sirzex Lucifer. If you want answers, then ask him about the Mandalorians. Rias, give me one good reason I should trust you. Djarin, it's either you trust my words and let me go, or your servants Issei Hayadu, Akino Himejima, and Kaneko Tuju died by my comrade's hands. It's a shame, really. Issei could have been a great Mandalorian. Rias. What? What are you talking about? Jiren, one of my allies, is back at the park, already having defeated your queen. All I have to do is press one button and he will be notified immediately to kill them without hesitation. Rias looks at the Mandalorian in horror as she turns back toward the park area and then back at Jiren. Rias, this isn't over. You better hope we don't cross paths again, cause next time I won't let you go. Rias flies off back toward the park, leaving Jiren in silence as he laughs to himself. Jiren, amateur, fell for such a simple bluff, like Revan would kill his own sister. Suddenly the comms of Jiren's helmet go off as he continues to fly off. Revan, Jiren, did you retrieve Naruto's armor? Jiren, no, I let him get away. Revan, what? Why? Jiren, because I got a blood sample from him. Now we can track him using a flob, he will bring us right to the bounty, it's a score overall. Revan, you better have gotten a blood sample, if you didn't then we would have spent all that time tracking Issei for nothing. Jiren, oh calm down, we'll get Naruto's armor back soon enough, I doubt he'll mind a little setback, besides he'll bring us to the bounty. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Revan, yeah, I get it, just hurry up. And get back already. Jiren, on my way. Jiren continues to fly off into the distance whilst Rias heads back toward the empty park. POV, Rias Gremory. We see Rias flying toward the park and land on the ground, seeing Akino caring for Issei's wound to stop the bleeding and Kaneko, who has awoken from the land of unconsciousness, holding her bruised ribs. Rias, Akino, Kaneko, are you both alright? Akino, yeah, we're fine. Kaneko may be a little bruised and Issei still injured, but other than that we're perfectly fine. Why? Kaneko, did you manage to catch the Mandalorian? Rias, wah, but you were. Rias then gasps and gets a tick mark on her forehead in annoyance. Rias, he tricked me, damn you Mando. Time skip the next day scene, Ko Academy entrance POV, Naruto Fete. Naruto, it looks like Issei is getting a lot of attention. Revan, no kidding, everyone is freaking out over it. Jiren, yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned it's a comedy show for us, Naruto, and so the gossip games have begun. The three boys watch Rias Gremory, one of the school's great ladies, walking with Issei Hayadu, one of the perverted trio. Rias, I'll send someone to fetch you later. Issei, fetch me? Rias, that's right, I'll talk to you after school. Issei, wait Rias, hold on a second, I don't understand, shouldn't I walk you to class dash? Suddenly Issei gets hit in the face, making Naruto, Revan, and Jiren burst out laughing at his expense. Matsuda, what the fuck, is that how it is? How we supposed to be bros when you hit the big red on the DL man? Motohama, Matsuda, there's no need for that. Matsuda, but he's frontin'. Motohama, Issei is our buddy, let's give him a chance to explain. Where did you go, and what did you do after you left yesterday? Issei, I'll be happy to explain, gentlemen. Motohama, yeah, spill it. Issei, see, yesterday, I was rollin' in some double D's. Matsuda and Motohama get horrified looks on their faces as they run off to go cry in a corner, while Issei just sighs in relief until seeing the newly crowned king of Ko walk up to him with his white knight and his dark knight. Naruto, hello there Issei, that is your name right? Issei, yeah, that's me, what do you want? Naruto, my name is Naruto Fete, on the left over here is Din Jiren, on my right is Revan Himejima. Jiren, it's nice to meet you. Revan, hello there. Issei, I already knew your names, every girl in the school won't shut up about comparing you to royalty. You're basically every dude's enemy now. Naruto, we are well aware of our social status. Issei, okay, then what do you want? Naruto, to give you congratulations on your new status as Rias Gremory's servant. Issei, wait, what the hell? How does he dash? Naruto, you're probably wondering how I know about that. It's because I know what she is and what comes with being like her. I am also like her. Issei, why wait, you're also a devil. Naruto, not exactly. I am however connected to the devils in a way. Well, it was fun chatting with you, but we must get to class before the bell rings. Issei, wait, I have more questions. Naruto, maybe sometime in the future, but for now just know you are always welcome among us. And one more thing, don't mention this chat to Rias, it could cause more problems than you'd like to have. Naruto walks off with Revan and Jiren behind him as Issei just looks at their departing stature in confusion and wonder. Issei, you are always welcome among us? What the hell does that even mean? POV, Rias Gremory. Why the long face? Are you regretting your decision to reincarnate him already? Rias looks up to see a girl with black hair and a bob cut as well as pink eyes with red oval glasses wearing the Ko Academy female uniform. This girl is Sona Citri, the younger sister to Serafal Citri and the heir of the Citri clan. Sona, hello again Rias, it's good to see you. Rias, it's good to see you to Sona. Sona, never seen you take on someone so impulsively. Judging by the face you had earlier, I think you're starting to regret it. Rias, no, it isn't him that's the problem. If anything, it's like I've adopted a little brother. Sona, then what had you looking so down earlier? Rias sheds her smile and looks at Sona with a serious face. making Sona look at Rias with a question face. Rias, have you ever heard of a Mandalorian? Sona can't say I have. Why do you ask? Rias, something weird last night happened. We ran into a fallen angel wearing unique looking armor, and when we tried to defend against him, another guy with similar armor appeared out of nowhere and kicked him away. Sona, unique armor, huh? Rias, there's more to it. This guy claimed to be from a race called the Mandalorians. He said that the armor the fallen angel was wearing belonged with the Mandalorians. We thought he was crazy. None of us had ever heard of such a race, not even the fallen angel knew about them. Sona, that is strange. Did he say anything else, like any clues or indications that might help us solve this issue? Rias, he said his master knew the Gremry family, and that he had close ties with them. He said if I wanted answers I'd have to ask my older brother, the Gremry closest to his master. Sona, I see. Well, it's better that you ask your older brother about them. I'll do the same with my older sister. As much as I hate her giant affection towards me, Rias, sounds good. I'll let you know if I find anything. Rias and Sona smile at each other before noticing the new 3 transfer students walk up to Issei and have a little chat with him. Sona, Naruto Fett, he's an interesting one, isn't he? Rias, indeed, but I'm more interested in the Dark Knight behind him. Sona, you mean Revan Himejima, don't you? Rias, yes, it isn't every day that you see a name like that. It makes me wonder how Akino feels about it. Sona, you think they're related in some way? Rias, no way. Akino would have told me if she had a brother. The name has to be a coincidence. I mean, the 3 of them aren't even supernatural beings. All I can feel coming off of them is what a regular human gives off. Rias and Sona watch Naruto, Revan, and Jiren walk past Issei in wonder as they widen their eyes a bit, seeing Naruto look up to meet their gaze while walking, surprised at his self-awareness. Time skip afternoon. POV, Issei Hayato. We see Issei with a hand on his face, leaning on his desk in boredom, waiting for the person coming to retrieve him. Issei, I don't know who they're sending to fetch me, but they're sure taking their sweet-ass time. Issei looks up at the ceiling in thought, getting a flashback to Naruto's words as he looks over to the golden blonde and black-haired boy talking to Revan and Jiren casually about random things. Issei, who is he? And why does he want me to keep him knowing about Rias a secret? And who cares as long as he doesn't stop me from touching Rias's beautiful bazongas? Suddenly the girls start to scream in excitement, seeing Kiba Yuto, the school's prince, appear in the doorway, with Naruto, Revan, and Jiren giving a side glance in interest. Kiba, hey, random girl, look, it's Kiba. Issei, look, oh my god, it's Prince Golden Nuts. Shut up, Kiba, you all look lovely today. Random girl, you look better. Random girl too, I'm sorry the room's not cleaner. Kiba, ah, there you are. Issei, huh? Issei watches Kiba walk over to Issei's desk with a smile. Issei, yeah, this is my desk. Kiba, excellent, I'm here on an errand from Rias Gremry. Issei, what? Wait, is this the fetching? Kiba, would you mind coming with me? Random girl, oh my god. Is Kiba Cakes about to walk out of this room with Vizel boy? Random girl too, Kiba, don't do it, you'll catch pervert. You'll lose all your friends and smell like moldy meat. Issei, everybody just simmer down. I promise not to drain his pimp juice. Issei follows Kiba out of the room to the dismay of all the girls and to the giggles of Naruto, Revan, and Jiren, who just can't help but laugh at Issei's sense of humor. POV, Naruto Fett. Naruto, I wonder if he'll actually keep the secret. Revan, wait, you're telling me you're not sure he'll even do it? Naruto, yup. Revan, then why reveal yourself? It doesn't make sense, I mean dash. Revan stops rambling from Jiren, putting a hand on his shoulder. Jiren, Revan, after all this time, I've learned not to question Naruto, he's an unpredictable person. Revan, yeah I know, but still, do you really think we can put all our faith into Issei, a pervert, not telling Rias Gremry, one of the girls he lusts after the most, that we know of her existence as a devil? Naruto, you're wrong about him, Revan. Issei may look and act like a pervert, but I can tell you now that he's only like that because he wants to be loved. Revan, he wants to be loved? What do you mean by that? Naruto, when I look at Issei, the way he acts, the way he is, I see someone who wants to be more than just a pervert. Yes, he has a perverted mind, but he isn't a complete pervert, I can see it. He wants to live a happy life, a life filled with love. I can feel it in his aura. Revan, you can feel all of that from reading his aura. Jiren, you may wield the force like Naruto, Revan, but you don't have half the experience Naruto has with it. He's had it ever since he was born. You've only had it ever since you were reincarnated. Naruto, correct again, Jiren. Revan still has much to learn, but in time I know he will be able to master wielding the Force. He is one of the few lucky Mandalorians that have inherited the ability, and all of them prefer lightsaber combat like you. Revan, what can I say? I have always had a knack for swordsmanship, but the blades you taught me how to create have made me much stronger in it. Naruto, it is only right that I taught you. Every Mandalorian has a right to use whatever weapon of their choice. Weapons are an essential part of our religion. This is the way. Revan and Jiren, this is the way. Naruto, speaking of Issei, Revan, I have a task for you. I want you to watch over Issei tonight while me and Jiren work on the tracking flob. Revan, finally a reason to wear my armor outside the house. Jaren, have fun with that. It's gonna take at least a day or two to get the flob working properly. Naruto. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're a part of the most technologically advanced race. Everything takes time to make when it's not a weapon or armor. Well, we're heading home. CYA Revan, have fun. Naruto and Jaren stand up from their respective desks and walk out the door, leaving Revan to look up at the ceiling and smile. Revan soon Akino will be reunited. After so long, if only father hadn't split us apart from birth. Time skip 3 hours later. POV, Revan Himejima. Revan, man, this is so boring. I've been watching him nonstop for only a few hours and yet it feels like nothing has really happened. Suddenly a purple barrier appears, catching Revan's attention. Revan, maybe tonight won't be so boring after all. Revan leaps into the air using the force to go higher as the bottoms of his armored boots activate, showing that they are rocket boots to allow him to fly while using the force to keep balance. Revan soars through the sky before coming upon a scene that makes him smirk. Revan looks like that tracking flob will be doubled after this. POV, Issei Hayato. Calawarner, what a surprise, you're not what I thought, but I am certain you are the one I was sent to find. My name is Calawarner and I have orders to destroy you. This is truly unusual. Issei, what's going on? Calawarner, why are you still alive? Calawarner's black wings burst from her back, revealing her race to Issei. Issei, a fallen angel. Calawarner, she was supposed to have taken care of this already. Calawarner forms a yellow light spear and throws it at Issei, who dodges out of the way, revealing the Gremry crest on his hand. Calawarner, is that the Gremry family crest? Issei, does this mean I'm about to be killed again? Calawarner, so you're the one Donasek mistook for a stray my. Isn't that interesting? The fact that you're a member of the Gremry household just makes it all the more important that you are destroyed. POV, Revan Himejima. Issei, focus. Revan, interesting. A green light appears around Issei's hand as a green gem forms with a red scaly brace, blasting a green beam at Calawarner that would have shredded her clothes, but it gets redirected away from her and into the sky by a force push from Revan, confusing Calawarner as she looks to the ground seeing Revan. Calawarner, and who the hell are you? Revan looks up at Calawarner, shocking her at seeing the Mandalorian helmet under the hood and armor he's wearing. Revan, someone who will be more powerful than you could ever become. Calawarner, that armor, you're the guy who injured Donasek badly, aren't you? That wound was a pain in the ass to heal. Revan, you mistake me for my comrade. I am not the same Mandalorian who fought Donasek, way different from that one in fact. Where he likes to use blasters more, I like to use lightsabers more. Revan ignites both of his lightsabers, revealing the red and purple blades to Calawarner. Calawarner, lightsabers, you say? Interesting. I'll enjoy using them once I strip them from your corpse. Calawarner forms a light spear and runs at Revan, going to pierce him with a stabbing motion, but gets blocked easily by Revan's purple lightsaber, making both light weapons spark from contact as Revan goes in for a light strike with his red lightsaber just to toy with Calawarner, making her angry at such pathetic effort. Revan, what's wrong? Are you angry? Calawarner, why you? Don't you underestimate me. Calawarner goes in for an overhead strike only to get blocked by both of Revan's lightsabers in a cross guard. Revan, you let your anger cloud your judgment. Calawarner, what would you know about anger? Revan, I know plenty. I know that it can make you stronger if you use it right. Revan parries Calawarner and goes in for 2 strikes, chipping her light spear when she goes to block both attacks. Calawarner goes in for a piercing strike with her chipped light spear but misses as Revan tilts his head out of the way, dodging the attack and striking back with a double swing, ultimately destroying Calawarner's light spear and slashing her waist, making it bleed and spill some blood on the ground. Calawarner, being defeated by Revan, goes to run but gets shocked by blue force. Lightning coming out of Revan's hands. Revan stops shocking her and looks down at her fallen and slightly burnt stature. Revan, this is what anger can do if you use it right. Let it be your strength, don't let it be a cloud that distracts you. Revan reignites his red lightsaber and cauterizes Calawarner's bleeding side wound. Revan, now go. There is much to learn before our next battle. Calawarner, you're letting me go, but why? Revan, because you have much potential, and I have other reasons for letting you go. Calawarner hesitantly stands up and releases her wings, looking back one last time at Revan, then back at the stunned Issei, who isn't even paying attention to the red gauntlet anymore, too stunned to even say anything at the excellent swordsmanship. Calawarner looks back to Revan with an unknown spark before taking off and flying away, leaving Revan to walk over to the blood and collect some in a vial. Issei, dude, what the hell was that? That was awesome. How did you do that? Revan, with a lot of practice and discipline. My master taught me everything I knew about how to properly wield my power. Maybe yours will too in the future. I already know you will surely tell her about this incident alone because you awakened your sacred gear. Just know that I will always be loyal to my master's will and the way of the Mandalore. This is the way before Issei could say anything. Revan jumps and activates his jet boots, flying off into the air, leaving a stunned Issei to gawk at the badass exit. Time skip 1 hour later. Scene change. Old school building POV. Rias Gremory. Rias, congratulations, you found it. Now that it's been activated, all you have to do is decide when you want it on or off. The red gauntlet on Issei's hand disappears in a green light, relieving his arm of the sacred gear. Issei, thank goodness, that was really gonna slow me down in my alone time. Akino, I'm so proud of you, Issei. Issei, you are. Thanks, Rias. This does put me in a strange position. The fallen angels now know, not only are you still alive, but you've been reborn as one of us, which is bound to make things more complicated around here. Issei, yeah, I'm so sorry, Rias. I know it was just an accident that you ran into her. But remember, don't get carried away now that you've unlocked the sacred gear and tried to fight them alone. That's disrespectful to the rest of us. Issei, thank you, I understand completely. But there's just one issue with that statement. Rias, and what might that be? Issei, it's that I wasn't alone. Some guy appeared when I awakened my sacred gear. He wore strange armor and called himself a Mandalorian. Hearing this attracts the attention of Rias, Akino, and Kaneko, who all remember someone like that from yesterday. Rias, Issei, what did this person look like? Issei, well, this person had a helmet on with a black horizontal visor with a red outline around it, and a line going down the middle of it making it look T-shaped. He was wearing a black bodysuit underneath maroon armor that was also underneath a black cloak dado, and he had these awesome-looking laser swords. One of them was purple and the other was red. I think he called them lightsabers if I remember. He also had these insane jet boots that allowed him to fly without wings. He fought like a professional swordsman and looked totally badass. Rias, I see, then he isn't the same Mando we saw yesterday back at the park. Issei, wait, there's more of them. Rias, from what you have just told us, yes, the Mando we saw was wearing just sliver-looking armor with a fully black T-visor. He wasn't wearing any black cloak though, and he certainly didn't have any rocket boots. He had a jetpack of sorts as well as some sort of rifle on his back. Issei, a jetpack? That sounds so cool. Rias sends Issei an annoyed look which makes him sweat a little. Issei, I mean, he's totally lame. Who would want a jetpack? Ugh. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head home. If you need anything, just holler and I'll come running. Haha. Issei leaves the room nervously as Akino turns to Rias, who has a serious face. Akino, exaggeration much? He's still new. Why do you have to scare him? Rias, I'm not trying to scare him. I just don't want him to overestimate himself. Plus, I will not let any of those angel rejects take my new favorite servant from me. Not to mention those Mandalorians trespassing onto my territory. It infuriates me off that they keep slipping away. Time skip. The next day. Scene change. Random Park POV. Naruto Fet. Naruto, nice job getting that second blood sample, Revan. It's really gonna speed up the process of making a tracking fob to find their base. Revan, speaking of that, when do you think it will be ready? I'm looking forward to fighting that fallen angel from last night again. Jiren, you mean the one you totally have the hots for? Revan, hey, it's not like that. Naruto and Jiren, yes it is. Revan, whatever. Naruto, anyway. The tracking fob will be done tonight, and if all goes well, we'll be able to find their base of operations and plan our next move. Suddenly the three boys hear a yelp before turning to see a blonde-haired nun fall over, revealing her panties in the process, making the boys blush and turn away in respect until noticing a familiar brunette walk up to her. Issei, hey there, are you alright? Blonde nun, yeah, I'm okay really. The nun takes Issei's hand and gets back up as the wind kicks up, blowing off her veil, and revealing her emerald green eyes and long blonde hair to its full extent. Blonde nun, thanks, Issei, sorry about that. The nun's white veil flows off with the wind, making her worried until it is caught by Naruto, who walks up to her with Jiren and Revan behind him. Naruto, hello, the little lady, I believe you dropped this. Naruto hands the veil over to the nun, making her smile as she takes it and puts it back on her head, completing her outfit once more. Blonde nun, thank you, that was very sweet of you. Naruto, no need to thank me, just doing the right thing, you know. Hello again, Issei, it's nice to see you again. Jiren, nice to see you're doing well. Revan, yo, what's up? The weather's nice today, isn't it? Issei, ahead. Yeah, same to you guys. Issei, no, it's not fucking nice. These pretty boys are gonna steal this hot chick away from me. Blonde nun, I'm sorry, but I'm a little bit lost. Do you think you could help me out? The nun giggles a bit and blushes, putting her hands together in a pleading action. Time skip 10 minutes later. Issei, so are you a tourist? Blonde nun, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I was just assigned to serve the church in this town. Revan, I thought it was kinda obvious she was a nun by her uniform. Are you blind or just dumb? Jiren, knock it off, Revan. It's not nice to pick on people who can't defend themselves. Revan and Jaren share a laugh as Issei gains an annoyed tick. Issei, yeah, well, at least I'm not an asshole like you pretty boys. Naruto, apologies for them, little miss. They're just having a little fun messing with our brunette friend over there. Heh, blonde nun, I'm so glad I ran into kind people like you guys. I guess someone is looking out for me, huh? Naruto, I guess you could say that. Issei, yeah, ahehe. Issei spots the silver cross necklace on her chest, turning away in discomfort, not going unnoticed by Naruto, Revan, and Jaren, who all smirk at the same time. Blonde nun, is everything okay? Issei, oh yeah, it's all good. Naruto, he's just down because he hasn't had any breakfast this morning, isn't that right, Issei? Issei, yeah, that's what's on my mind. I'm starving, heh. Suddenly a shouting cry appears out of nowhere as the five turn to see a boy crying from a sprained knee. The nun runs over to help, to Issei's confusion as he tries to reach out for her but is stopped by Naruto, who just gestures to him to watch. Blonde nun, a big boy like you shouldn't be crying over a scrape. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. The boy stops crying as the nun holds her hands out over his knee, causing a green light to appear to the confusion of Issei and the smile of Naruto. Naruto, it's just as I thought. She's a sacred gear wielder, and she has a useful one at that. I think I'll have Jaren keep a close eye on her tonight. If I send Revan, he'll just act rash. Blonde nun, you see, there's no reason for you to cry at all. You're just fine. The nun turns back to the four boys and smiles with her tongue out. Blonde nun, all done now, sorry. The five continue on their walk as Naruto just looks at the sky deep in thought and smiles, confusing Jaren and Revan, who have stayed pretty silent so far. Naruto, her kindness reminds me of you, Sarah. Soon, my love, we will be together again once more. Blonde nun, you guys must be surprised. Issei, no, not at all. That sure is a pretty nifty power you've got there though. Naruto, he's right. And it's a helpful one at that. Revan, you does realize we can do that too, right? Naruto, yeah, but we're a special case. Blonde nun, thank you, I consider it to be a gift, and a blessing. Truly it's wonderful. Hey, there it is. Issei, oh yeah, that's the church, alright. The only one we have. Blonde nun, thank goodness I found it. That's a relief. Issei, you know, it's weird, I've never seen anyone up there, not a single person. Naruto, that's because it's kind of abandoned, you know. Jaren, it's weird how it stayed so clean all this time. Revan, which means someone must be up there tending to it to keep it fresh. Blonde nun, let me thank you properly. Would it be a problem for you boys to come inside with me? Issei, I can't, the thing is I have somewhere to be. Naruto looks at Issei's shaking arm and understands his hesitance, putting an arm around Issei's shoulder whilst flashing a grin at the girl. Naruto, yes, sorry about that, little lady. We would love to come with you, but we have to get to school pretty soon. Blonde nun, I see, then that's okay. Guess I should go too. It was sweet of you boys to help me find my way. My name's Asia Argento. Issei, and my name is Issei Haidu. Asia, Issei, huh? And what about you three? Naruto, yo, my name is Naruto Fett. The one on my right is Revan Himejima, and the one on my left is Din Jaren. Jaren, it's a pleasure to meet you. Revan, hello. There, Asia, well, so, meeting you guys here was a blessing. And it's one I'm sure I won't forget. I hope we see each other again. Issei, yeah, me too. Heh. Issei, and hopefully with no pretty boys around. Naruto, guess that makes three of us. Until we meet again then, Asia. Naruto, Jaren, and Revan walk off, leaving Issei to say his own goodbyes as he runs to catch up with the three. Issei, hey, wait up. Naruto, is there something we can help you with? Issei, why'd you do that? Naruto, why'd I do what? Issei, why did you help me out back there when I was feeling off? Revan just giggles a bit, and looks toward Issei, who looks at him confused. Issei, what's so funny? Revan, nothing, it's just I'm surprised you haven't figured it out yet. Naruto is just that kind of person, no matter who needs it he will always lend aid to those in need. Naruto, that, and I just couldn't help but feel bad for you. I mean, you were trembling in fear of the church. Issei, the church? Why would the church make me tremble in fear? Naruto, I'm sure your master will tell you. Just note that you didn't see or speak to us after we parted ways. I'd like to keep the peace in this town, you know. Issei, right. The three boys continue off to school, leaving Issei in thought as he looks at the departing figure of Naruto. Issei, who are you? Why do you insist on helping me? Time skip, nightfall, scene change, random house POV, Issei Haidu. We see Issei biking down the road toward a contractor's home after getting done watching everyone in Rias' peerage deal with the stray. Issei, if I want to have my own servants, first I have to become a high-ranking devil. If I was born into power it'd be easy, but I'm just another stupid reborn, so I have to bust my ass to prove myself. How can I do that though? I'm a pawn, the punk-ass little bitch of chess. Ugh, at this rate I'll be a full-blown loser forever. Issei arrives at the contract summoner's home and rings the doorbell, getting no answer as he opens the door to his surprise of it being unlocked. Issei, it's unlocked. That doesn't seem very safe. Hello, I'm the devil sent here by Lady Gremory. Is anybody home? Issei steps inside the home but gets a sudden chill, surprising him. Issei, oh, I just had that weird feeling again. Issei, if you're home, please say something. Issei, if I turn back now, there's no way in hell I'll be able to face the president. Issei mans up and closes the door behind him as he walks into the home. Issei, don't be totally freaked out, but I'm coming inside. Issei walks into a room that is lit by candles. Issei, nice of them to set the mood. Can anyone hear me? Issei steps in a wet substance on the floor, freaking him out as he checks his now soaked sock. Issei, the floor's wet.is this blood? Issei looks down and follows the red substance to see a mutilated corpse, shocking him and making him sick. Issei, holy shit, punish the wicked, words to live by, yes, wise advice to head, from a holy man, Hihei. Issei turns to see a blonde man on a couch who turns to him with a wicked face, weirding Issei out as he stands up. Well, you just walked into the wrong house, my friend, Fried Selzen here at your service. And you must be the scared little whose devil-ass this holy priest is gonna exorcise. Issei, a priest? Issei, so you're the one who did this, huh? Fried summoning you was proof he's done being human. End of the line, sinner. So I had to chop him up into little bitty pieces. Putting out degenerate devils and the lost souls who cry out to them is my job, and no one is better at it than me. Fried pulls out a gold hilt and a gun, igniting the hilt and making a cheap imitation of a lightsaber. Issei, that's a sword of light. It looks just like one of his weapons. Issei gets a flashback to Revan's purple and red lightsabers. Fried, first I'm gonna cut out your evil heart with my heavenly blade of light, then with my righteous gun I'm gonna blow a hole right in your demon face. How does that sound, devil? Fried jumps at Issei and swings his light sword, narrowly missing Issei as he dodges out of the way, but to Issei's dismay Fried fires his light gun and puts a hole in Issei's leg, making Issei fall over and hold it in pain. Fried, these bullets have been blessed by an exorcist. Hope they taste good, scumbag. Issei, damn you. Issei summons his sacred gear in a flash of green light, holding it up in a defensive position at Fried. Fried, oh, is the devil angry? Maybe it's time for Fried Selzen to send you back to the abyss from which you came. Issei rushes at Fried with a battle cry, but misses as Fried dodges out of the way. Fried, too slow. Fried slashes Issei's back, leaving a gash on his back as he once more tastes the floor. Fried, get a guy all warmed up and only leave him half-cocked. That's no way for a lady to treat a gentleman like myself. Suddenly a familiar nun screams, causing Issei to turn along with Fried, who looks annoyed. Fried, what the hell? Asia, what are you doing here? Are you done creating the barrier already? Asia, don't do this. Fried, right, a newbie. Well then I guess it's time you learned. This is what the job is, my dear. We dispose of unfortunate people who have been bewitched by the evil devils. Asia turns around and gasps to see Issei laying there on the ground injured. Asia, no, it can't be. Issei, Asia, I dash. Fried, what's going on? Do you two know each other? Asia, Issei, why are you here? Issei, I'm here because I'm a devil. Asia, Asia, no, that can't be true. Issei, I didn't want to lie to you. I swear that I didn't. That's why I decided it was best not to see you again. Please forgive me. Asia, oh heavens, Fried, not that this isn't heartwarming, but you and your friend here have no business being together. The fallen angels have expressly forbidden all forms of contact between our kind and theirs. Have you forgotten that already? Issei, fallen angels? Fried, now then. Shall we go ahead, do what we came here to do? Not that it matters much, I hope you said your prayers. Asia gets in front of Fried, blocking him from attacking Issei. Issei, Asia, Fried, you've got to be kidding me with this. Asia, please don't, I beg you for mercy. Forgive this man's sins, father. Couldn't we just let him go? Fried, that thing isn't a man, it's a devil. You made a pledge to defeat our enemies. Asia, it doesn't matter to me what he is. There's goodness in him, I know it. You can't just kill him. How could you actually believe the father would approve? Fried, enough of this bullshit. Fried slices Asia's clothes open, cutting her bra in two and the cross off of her neck, revealing her. Issei, don't you touch her. Issei tries to get up, but is unable to because of the pain from his injuries. Fried, you've lost your fucking mind. What? Are there maggots growing inside that stupid head of yours? Our fallen angel friend said I wasn't supposed to hurt you, but I don't give a damn about that now. You know what happens to naughty girls, don't you? Fried grabs Asia and pins her against the wall with her hands stuck from his light sword. Issei, Asia. Issei tries to get up to defend Asia but helplessly fails and watches Fried grope Asia. Fried, why shouldn't an upstanding priest do what he wants with a filthy tramp like you? That's not so wrong, is it? Asia, don't hurt me. Issei, stop it. Fried looks over to the struggling Issei, who finally manages to stand up somewhat. Fried, look boy, you wanna watch this go down, you're gonna have to pay for it. Nothing is free. Issei, I'm not kidding around, let her go. Fried whistles in arrogance, taking the light sword, holding Asia up and holding it in a stance at Issei, making Asia fall to the ground free of her restraints. Fried, well, think you can take me down? Then come over here and show me what you've got. Asia, no, you don't have to do this. Issei, there's no way I can win. If I go through with it, I'm probably gonna die, but she put her life on the line to protect me. She saved me. I'll save her. Issei, bastard. Issei swings at Fried, hitting the man in the face and knocking him onto the ground. Fried sits up and wipes his mouth, spitting out blood in the process. Fried, I'll admit I'm impressed. What do you say? We go for a new world record, devil scum. Let's see how many pieces of meat I can chop you into. Issei tries to dodge out of the way but is unable to thanks to his injuries, to the horror of Asia and the pleasure of Fried, who soars down toward Issei, ready to cut him into pieces until a red magic circle appears as Kiba jumps out, blocking Fried's attack with his metal blade. Issei, Kiba, hey Issei, thought you could use a hand. Akino, oh this is gross, talk about a nasty mess. Kaneko, an exorcist. Akino and Kaneko step out of the portal to the happiness of Issei. Issei, you guys came? Fried, hell yeah, now we got ourselves a good old-fashioned gang bang. Kiba, you're done here. Sorry to disappoint you, but he's one of us. Fried, oh I'm far from disappointed, trust me. So what's the deal? You're the pitcher and he's the catcher? Kiba, for a priest that's quite a mouth you got there. Fried, what are you, the impiety police? Get off your high horse, douchebag. Hunting your kind is my only concern. So stop preaching and let's get to it. Akino, my, this guy's certainly a piece of work. Fried, and you, my dear, are a hot piece of ass. Oh, those eyes are killing me. Aheh, there's nothing that I lust after more than a sexy devil bitch. Rias, if you want it, come and get some. Suddenly red destruction magic launches at Fried, hitting him head-on and revealing that Rias Gremory has now arrived, standing in front of Issei. Rias, but I really don't think you can handle it. Nobody hurts one of my servants. Issei, president. Fried, well, look who finally showed their tits. Don't get ahead of yourself though, cause I'm pretty sure I just hurt him. Rias, it's alright, I'm here. Issei, thanks a lot. I'm sorry that I let you down again, I tried but I failed you. Rias, look at how hurt you are. Issei, I'm the one who failed you. I sent you into the hands of an exorcist, and I had no idea. There was a barrier in place. Until a moment ago, so we didn't even realize. Fried then starts to kick Asia repeatedly in anger. Fried, you were supposed to make the barrier. Bitch, die. Issei, please don't hurt her. Rias, I never forgive people who try to do harm to one of my servants, nor do I pick on those who pick on the weak, and I especially don't tolerate insidious wretches like you. Your terrible evil has no place in this world, that's why I'm here to purge it. Rias gets surrounded by a red aura, making her hair flow like there was an imaginary wind as Fried backs up a bit while keeping calm. Fried, well shit, big red over there could be a problem. I may need some backup. Kaneko, who's holding a couch over her small figure, sniffs the air, getting a familiar and wretched smell. Kaneko, fallen angels are here. Fried, ha ha ha, and just in the nick of time too. Hope you're hungry cause light spears are on the menu. Akino, so what's the plan? Rias, right now we just need to get Issei out of here. Akino, prepare to jump. Kaneko, make sure we have Issei. Kaneko, K. Fried, you're all screwed now. Fried gets hit by a couch that Kaneko threw at him, ditching the couch and picking up Issei to teleport away in a red magic circle. Issei, we can't leave. What about Asia? Rias, I'm afraid only members of my household can jump using this magic circle. Sorry, but it wouldn't work. Issei, we can't leave her behind. You have to put me down so I can rescue her. Asia, go without me. Please go, I'll see you soon, trust me I will. Suddenly the roof of the building gets a hole in it caused by a thermal detonator explosion from a familiar Mandalorian wearing silver-colored Beskar armor who flies down with his jetpack and landing on the wooden floor next to Asia and in front of the Gremory household, causing Rias to widen her eyes as the magic circle begins to teleport. Rias and Issei Mando, Jaren, hello there again Mrs. Gremory, and greetings to you Issei Hayadu, Issei Mando, please, don't let them hurt her, you have to get her out of here, don't let them do this. Jaren looks over at Issei who has a pleading look on his face with tears in his eyes. Jaren, I will not let them hurt this girl, but I'm afraid I can't take her away, the bounty is surely after her. Hearing this horrifies Issei who is still struggling to get free of Kaneko's grasp whilst Rias gets a questioning look with another look demanding answers. Rias, bounty? What bounty? Jaren, I'm afraid that's none of your business Mrs. Gremory, I'm also afraid your time has run out. Rias, wait, I have questions. Rias and the others vanish from the magic circle's completion as Jaren looks at Asia who is covering herself up in fear of the Mandalorian. Asia, please, don't hurt me. Jiren, hey, just calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. I promise that I won't let them hurt you either. But there's something I need you to do for me. Asia, what is it? Jiren pulls out an empty blood injector which makes Asia gulp a bit. Time skip 20 minutes later, scene change. Mando Estate POV, Naruto Fett. We see Naruto Fett standing outside in the dark waiting for Jiren to arrive, looking up in the sky deep in thought. Naruto then notices a light approaching and watches Jiren fly down with his jetpack and land on the ground holding up a blood injection. Naruto, welcome back Jiren. So what happened back there, and why have you brung me a blood sample of someone? Jiren, this is the blood sample of the girl. She has been tricked to work under the rogue fallen angels, most likely lured in from her pure heart and loyalty to God. Naruto, I see. You wish to rescue her, don't you? Jiren, I do. She reminds me a lot of my younger self back before joining the church. I also saw East say hi to their on-contract business. No doubt he will also want to rescue her. Naruto just smiles and takes the blood sample from Jiren and injects it into a newly built tracking fob, handing it back to Jiren afterwards, confusing him. Naruto then take that tracking fob and give it to Hayate tomorrow. I'm sure he will be eternally grateful. Jiren, but Naruto, wouldn't that be revealing our identities to him though? Naruto, yes, but I intend to participate in this fight, so it wouldn't matter anyway. It's about time I reclaim my father's armor. Time skip the next day, scene. Gremory Mansion in the Underworld POV, Rias Gremory. We see Rias Gremory, the heir to the Gremory clan, walk down the halls of the Gremory Mansion until running into the person she was looking for. Sirs Rias, it's so great to see you. Sirs Lucifer, the newly crowned Devil King Lucifer, and the big brother to Rias Gremory, leaps in to hug Rias, who just dodges out of the way, letting Sirs fall to the ground with a depression cloud above his head. Sirs Rias, why do you have to be so mean to your big brother? Rias, maybe because right now is not the time. Hearing the serious tone in Rias's voice makes Sirs straighten up and look at her professionally. Sirs, what's the problem? And do not say it's about Riser, we have been over this already. I'm trying my best to do everything I can to stop this engagement. Rias, it's not about Riser, it's about this. Rias hands Sirs a photo, confusing him until he widens his eyes seeing what the photo is. The photo is a picture of Din Djarin that was taken by Kiba last night when he appeared. Sirs, where did you get this photo, Rias? Rias, I got it from one of my servants, Kiba. He took it last night when we went to save my newest servant from danger, and that guy showed up out of nowhere. He calls himself a Mandalorian, claiming he serves the way of the Mandalore. Sirs widens his eyes even further, getting flashbacks to Naruto's words 200 years ago. Rias, he says that his master knew the Gremory family and was close to them, but something that caught my attention the most was when he said his master, and you were the closest out of anyone in our family. Sirs, his master, he must have been a devil then. If anything, it's impossible for him to have been close to us otherwise. Rias, no, he said he was only part devil, and from what I have seen it is true. His energy doesn't feel like a devil, angel, or fallen angel. It felt like a different being altogether. But what was strange about it was that he could resist devil powers like it was nothing, like he had devil powers of his own. Sirs, what about your destruction magic? Surely he couldn't have avoided it. Rias, he didn't need to. His armor was made of some indestructible material. I think he called it Beskar or something like that. Sirs, I see. I will definitely look into this. It is concerning me and making me question what I have seen with my own eyes. Rias, what do you mean, big brother? Is there something you know about the Mandalorians? Sirs, I know a lot about them, but before I can tell you about them, first I must tell you about your other older brother. Rias, wait, what? I have another brother. Sirs, yes you do. Rias, where has he been all this time then? Sirs, I'm afraid he is no longer with us. Hearing this makes Rias look down in sadness. Rias, what was he like? Sirs, he was a kind soul, one that was conspired against among our kind before he was even born. Rias, what do you mean? Sirs, our brother wasn't a pure-blood devil, nor was he even our brother at all. He was a cousin. He was a human devil-angel hybrid, which shouldn't have even been possible, but he was living proof of it. His father wasn't a devil, his father was an angelic human. His name was Minato Fett, one of the most honorable men I have ever known. Rias Fett? Rias gets a flashback to Naruto Fett looking up at her and Sona in Ko Academy a couple days prior to this encounter. Rias decides to stay silent and listen to Sirs more before deciding her next move. Sirs, yes, Minato Fett, and his mother was our aunt, Kushina Gremory, a pure-blood Gremory. Sadly, she passed away in childbirth when me and our brother were born. Seconds later it broke Minato. The only thing keeping him going was his son Naruto Fett. Rias widens her eyes hearing the name but regains composure and looks at Sirs curiously. Rias, what happened to Minato? I haven't seen him around the underworld at all. Sirs, he was killed in the Devil Civil War between the old Devil faction and the anti-Satan faction. He died an honorable death, protecting the one thing that meant to him the most. His son Naruto never had the love of a mother in his life, so seeing the only family he had left just be killed right in front of his eyes, it devastated him. His eyes were never the same after that. The ocean blue eyes that we saw had changed into a crimson blood red. The anguish was too much for him to handle. Rias holds her hands up to her mouth, covering it in shock from the tragic story of her long-lost brother. Rias, that's awful. What happened to him? Was he okay? Sirs, our parents took him in. They were one of the only people who had the right to. He was a part of our clan to some extent. He didn't change his name though. He kept it as Fet, to honor his fallen father. Rias, can I see a photo of him? Sirs, sure, follow me. Rias and Sirs walk through the halls of the Gremry mansion before heading outside to the Gremry graveyard, where they walk in front of two graves in particular. The graves of Minato Fet and Naruto Fet side by side, with Minto's on the right of Kushina Gremry's grave. Sirs, here lies our fallen relatives, and there's our brother, Naruto Fet. Rias looks at the grave to see two photos, one of Naruto Fet in a suit and tie looking at the camera with a grin, and the other of him in his armor and white bodysuit. Seeing the photo resolves Rias's question about the boy she knew. In her mind, Naruto Fet of Koa Academy is her older brother, but the armor he's wearing in the other photo gives her a flashback to Donasek wearing the same armor. Chinen looks across to see an identical photo of Minato doing the same pose as Naruto in his armor. Side by side they mirror each other, showing the similarities. It is quite literally just the photo of this story. Rias, that armor, I've seen it before. Sirs, it's impossible. That armor was lost when our older brother died in the final of the war. He was knocked into the Sarlacc pit. We would have tried saved him, but the old Satan faction used magic to bury it alive, and burying our brother in tow. Rias, I haven't heard of this event in the history of the underworld. Why is that? Sirs, the new Satans deleted all records of his history, to boost the morale of the devils that were left after the war. I was against it, but I had no choice but to agree with it. I've regretted letting him fight alone ever since. If only I was there to help him, he would be here with us right now. Rias, big brother. Rias hugs Sirs, who is in tears by now, on his knees in regret. Rias, it's okay. It wasn't your fault, Sirs, but I let him die. Rias, he isn't dead. Sirs looks up at Rias in shock and confusion with a little bit of hope. Sirs, what do you mean he isn't dead? Rias, remember I showed you a picture of that Mandalorian? Sirs, yeah, but it could have just been a devil posing. Rias, it wasn't. He wasn't the only Mandalorian who showed up. My servant Issei had an encounter with another one wearing red Beskar armor. He used some kind of light sword. Issei said he called them lightsabers. That's not the only proof of him being alive though. I said I've seen that armor somewhere because I have. We ran into a fallen angel who had it on. My guess is that Naruto Fet is alive and is trying to reobtain his armor. Sirs stands up and looks at Rias, widening his eyes and gaining a smile of joy, believing Rias's words to be true, but unknowingly being left out from the full truth that Rias is hiding. Sirs, he's alive. This is big news. I have to tell everyone this revelation. This could change everything for Devil Society. Rias, wait, big brother. I know you're excited and happy right now, but what if he hasn't come back to us yet for a reason? Sirs looks at Rias with a look of understanding, realizing that what she's saying is true, before remembering her engagement with Riser Phoenix, causing him to smile. Sirs, even now you're still protecting the ones you love, Naruto. Flashback 200 years ago. POV, Sirs Gremry. Naruto, we may not share blood, but we are brothers. Flashback end. Sirs, even now you're looking out for our little sister. Sirs, okay, I'll keep it to myself until he makes his next move, but if you see him, please tell him that I'm sorry, and that I should have been there for him. Rias, if I see him, I will, but I know that he would forgive you if what you have told me about him is true. Scene change, Citri Mansion. POV, Sona Citri. Similar to Rias, Sona Citri, the heiress to the Citri clan, searches for her sibling, Seraphal Leviathan, the newly crowned Leviathan. Like Sirs, Seraphal has a sister complex that could go further beyond just an ordinary sister complex. Sona, sister, stop it, Seraphal, but why? It's been so long and I just want to hug you, Sona. Sona, Seraphal, I'm serious. Seraphal, Fini. Seraphal reluctantly lets go of the hug, causing Sona to think fast before she changes her mind and hands her a picture, the same picture Rias handed Sirs, making Seraphal widen her eyes and gain a look of disbelief. Seraphal, so Sona, where did you get this? Sona, I got it from Rias. One of her servants took that photo last night and I want to know if you know anything about it. There's been a ruckus in our territories shared with the Gremry clan. There have been people going around calling themselves Mandalorians. One of them claimed that their master knew her older brother Sirs Lucifer. I thought I'd ask you if you knew anything. Seraphal, I knew someone who wore armor like this. Sona, you did? Who was it? Seraphal, my fiancé. Sona, you had a fiancé. Seraphal, I did. He was the person I loved the most. He meant everything to me. Sona, who was this fiancé? And how come I've never heard of him before? Seraphal, it's not something I like to talk about. he died a long time ago. Sona, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Sarah Fall, no, it's fine, it's time I told you about him anyway. Sarah Fall reaches into her magical girl costume's right black sleeve and pulls out a photo of Naruto Fett wearing his armor, and handing it to Sona, who looks at the similar armor between the two photos. Sona, the armors, they both look the same. Sarah Fall, I doubt it. That armor may look the same, but there's no way that they're made of the same material. That material was unique to my fiancée's armor. It was indestructible no matter how hard we tried. We couldn't even put so much as more than a dent in it. The only thing that could even hurt it was the same material, Besker, besides, even if it was the same material. That isn't my fiancé. His armor was different, as you can see. Sona, yes. They are very different looking from each other. If you don't mind me asking, but was his name? Your fiancé, I mean. Sarah Fall, Naruto. Naruto Fett, he was the man I fell in love with. The one we called the Mandalorian. He lived his life by a creed. He called it the Mandalore. One that fights for themselves will always be scum in his eyes, but one who fights and protects the ones they love the most will have his respect and will be honored. He believed that protecting the ones you loved the most made you stronger. Hearing the name Naruto Fett widens Sona's eyes as she gets a flashback, the same flashback Rias got of Naruto Fett in Ko Academy looking up at them. Sona, I see. Well, thank you for telling me this, sister. I didn't think anyone could earn such affection for you. Sarah Fall, he had it from the day I met him. It was only when he beat me in chess was I the happiest girl in the world. But when I saw him die, I was broken until you were born. I thought I should be the best big sister ever for you, Sona. Be the person Naruto saw me as to you, Sona. Sarah Fall. Sona hugs her big sister, who is in tears of sadness and happiness of finally letting the truth out for all these years of holding them inside. Sona, Sarah Fall, how did he die? Was the body found? Sarah Fall, no, he fell into the Sarlacc pit, and shortly after the old Satan faction buried it with their magic. Any chance of rescuing him was lost. Sona, I believe he's still alive. I mean, look, this photo is living proof that he could still be alive. There's no way that the name Mandalorian could have spread without him. Sarah Fall looks at Sona and widens her eyes in tears, realizing Sona is right, and hugs her once more, shedding tears of happiness, not knowing that Sona had kept some information from her. Scene change, park bench POV, Issei Haidu. Asia, to make lots of lifelong friends, to get to know them well and do cool things, to be able to have fun together and care for each other. It's kinda silly, honestly. I'd be happy to have any friends. Issei gets up from the bench and walks forward with a determined face. Asia, hey, is something wrong? Issei, I don't care what other people say. I'm your friend. I mean, after what we've been through, how could we not be? It's true. I'd say we've gotten to know each other pretty well, wouldn't you? And I won you that stuffed animal, so that happened. Ha ha ha. And I definitely care about you. Asia, we can. I care about you too, but we can't. Issei, no. It's forbidden and I don't want to cause you any trouble. Issei, I'm sick and tired of people telling me what I can't do. We're friends and that's the way it is. Asia, really? Alright, thank you, Issei. Asia looks at Issei with a teary-eyed smile, making him smile back at her, unknown to the tragedy about to happen. POV, Din Jiren. We see Jiren in his armor flying above in the sky, avoiding people while holding out a tracking flob that is beeping at a steady pace, slowly getting faster by each second. This is the flob that is tracking Asia Argento, the nun of the fallen angels. The tracking flob starts to beep rapidly, making Jiren stop in his path before looking down to see Issei and Asia talking, until suddenly a fallen angel appears behind them. Jiren, that fallen angel, Hagacha, bounty has been located. POV, Issei Haidu. Rainier, isn't that sweet? Crap, it's Yuma, Asia Lady Rainier. Issei looks back at Asia in confusion before remembering what he once knew as Yuma Amano, and now as Rainier actually is. Issei, right, a fallen angel, Rainier, so the rumors about your downward spiral into the wickedness of Devildom are true, and I had such high hopes. Don't even try to run, Asia. Asia, be gone. I want no part in what evil you and the other angels are up to. That kind man helped me escape, and I won't let his efforts be in vain. I'm sorry I lied, Issei. That man helped me escape last night, and he's probably dead because of me. Issei, don't apologize. I'm glad. If it wasn't for him, you would have been stuck there to suffer, and you're too good for them. You don't belong around that bunch of good-for-nothing has-been wannabe bastards anyway. What do you want from me, Yuma? Rainier, ahead. Oh, don't worry, my business has nothing to do with you, little boy. Though I guess we could finish what we started, couldn't we? Let's have fun. Rainier forms a pinkish red light spear, making Issei step back a bit. Issei, a spear of light. Oh shit. Rainier, I always hate to see someone die a virgin. Issei, sacred gear. Issei summons the red gauntlet to Rainier's surprise as well as his somewhat, making her laugh at his efforts. Rainier, is that really all you've got? It's nothing but a twice critical, coming up short as usual. Issei, wait, a twice what? Rainier, it's also called a dragon's hand, That thing only doubles your power temporarily. You might as well be fighting me with sticks and stones. Issei man, that's all it does. Rainer, word upstairs is that you're a devil to watch out for. They said your sacred gear was a force to be reckoned with. That's why I put on that dumb little girl act. Please Issei, be my boyfriend. Ridiculous. You sure bought it though. Book, line and sinker. Issei, shut your face and fight. Rainer, you're an idiot if you think you can take me on with that tiny thing. Give me the girl, take what's left of your dignity and go. Issei, not happening. Asia, please be careful. Issei, if I can't take care of my friends, then what good am I? Double my power. Come on now, show me what you're made of. Gear. Boosted gear boost. The gauntlet lights up and lets out energy, making Issei's power double. Issei, it's working. I feel the power. Rainer impales Issei by throwing the light spear through his gut and making him fall to his knees and for Asia to scream. Asia, Issei, no. Rainer, nice catch. Looks like your equipment can't get the job done. If I were you, I'd get used to that. Issei, damn. Issei looks surprised a little as Asia heals his wound with her healing power. Issei, what are you doing? Asia, I'm healing you, silly. Issei, wow, that's handy. Issei, this is awesome. The pain's almost gone away completely. Issei's wound closes, healing fully and making Rainer laugh. Rainer, now Asia, be a good little girl and come with me. Your healing power is far more rare and valuable to our kind than his sacred gear ever could be. Asia, I knew it. You're only interested in me because of my power. Rainer forms a huge light spear and aims it at the water. Rainer, how about we make a deal? If you agree to come with me, then I won't murder your friend. Issei, screw you, lady. No way she's going with you. Rainer flies at Issei, who pushes Asia to the ground at the same time as the light spear hits the ground, exploding and sending him flying into the water. Asia, Issei, no. Issei, that sucked. I've never seen a spear that strong. Rainer, I spared his life on purpose. If I had wanted to, I could have delivered a fatal blow. Your friend would have shattered into a million pieces. Asia looks to the ground, shaking, with Rainer grinning, until suddenly a blaster shot can be heard, with Rainer's side getting hit and beginning to bleed all over the ground. Rainer, what the hell? Who did that? Show yourself. Jaren, hasn't anyone ever told you to watch your six? Issei, Asia, and the now injured Rainer look up to see Jaren wearing his Mandalorian armor while flying down with his jetpack and landing on the ground next to Issei. Issei, ma Mando. Jaren, easy, you're exhausted. If you push yourself any further, you'll faint. Asia, it's you. Jaren, hello again, little lady. Pleasure to see you're doing okay. Rainer, how dare you hurt me? Who the hell do you think you are? Put down your weapon and I'll consider sparing your life. Jaren, I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are a part of my religion. Besides, I don't have to answer to you. The bounty me and my master have been searching for. Rainer, bounty. Oh please, nobody would be stupid enough to put anything on my head. Jaren, you say that. But do you really believe that? Rainer, tch, I'll spare you for now, but I will find you and kill you myself. Rainer puts an arm around Asia as well as surrounding them both with her wings. Issei, no, stop, Asia. Asia, goodbye friend, I'll miss you. Asia sheds a tear, with Issei barely able to stand up to see it, whilst Mando stands there staring at the spot they teleported away in. Issei, and no, why didn't you save her? You bastard. Issei throws a punch at Jaren, who just blocks it with ease, along with more punches that steadily get stronger by the second. Issei, you could have saved her. Why? Jaren, Issei, there's nothing I could have done. She was already too close to Asia. If I had attacked her right then and there, she would have killed the girl. Issei stops and looks at Jaren with a furious expression. Issei, I don't give a damn. She's gone and now I'll never see her again. Jaren, that's not true. Issei, what do you mean? Jaren, how do you think I found you guys in the first place? I was tracking her the entire time. Jaren pulls out the tracking fob and hands it over to Issei, who looks confused. Issei, well, what's this? Jaren, it's a tracking fob. It is attached to Asia Argento's blood that I collected last night. As long as she's alive, it will continue to track her. Take it. You can find her that way, and maybe with the help of Rias Gremmer you can save her. Issei, why should I believe you? I don't even know who you are. Jaren looks at Issei with a sad smile under the Beskar helmet before reaching for his helmet and taking it off, showing Issei his face and sad smile. Issei did in Jaren. You're a Mandalorian. But I thought Jaren, there's a lot more Mandalorians can do than just fight. Issei. We are the most technologically advanced race, as well as having the advantage of being part human. We can hide our auras and appear human to other supernatural beings. Now, enough chatting, go and save Asia. Scene change. Mando Estate POV, Naruto Fete. Naruto puts on his black robes and equips himself with his brown utility belt and grabs the special lightsaber hilt and looks at it for a moment. Naruto Zeno. Flashback 7 years ago. Scene change, church ruins. Naruto and the 10-year-old newly turned Mandalorian Jiren scavenge through rubble until Naruto finds something familiar that makes him shed a small tear. The weapon he finds is Durandal, the old weapon Zenobia wielded before ever obtaining a lightsaber. Jiren: Naruto, is that what I think it is? Naruto: yes, it is the holy sword Durandal. It is one of a kind and is also a sword my friend wielded. She must have left it here for repairs or something of that sort, but now it lays here beaten up and leaking holy energy everywhere. I don't know why the fallen angels didn't take it, but I do know one thing: it was a mistake for them to leave it for me to find. Naruto holds his right hand out and uses the force to harness the holy energy within Durandal and pulls it out of the blade, showing the once sparking yellow and blue energy turning into a dark black and white shattered energy. Jiren: what is that? Naruto: Naruto, this is Durandal's power. It has been corrupted and shattered. I didn't think something like this was possible, but it appears to be uncontrollable. Had I left it in the blade, it surely would have gone out of control. Jiren: what are you gonna do with it? Surely you aren't going to just leave it? Naruto: no, I don't think anything could hold such corrupted holy power. The only thing I can think of that could contain and utilize it is Beskar. Jiren: Beskar? What's Beskar? Naruto: oh, that's right, you are only but a Mandalorian foundling. You must learn about our kind steel. It is going to be what makes your armor one day when we find a blacksmith to make it for you. Naruto drops the now useless metal blade once called Durandal and holds his left and out and conjures a couple Beskar ingots with the Mythosaur logo on them. Naruto: this is Beskar. These are ingots that I will use to mold them into a proper hilt for this energy to take refuge in. Beskar is an indestructible material made by God himself. For some odd reason I was given the ability to make it out of nothingness. Call it gift from God or a sacred gear if you wish, but I see it as a way to make our race stronger. Beskar is only meant for armor and is rarely if ever used for weapons. Now Jiren, watch me use this Beskar and turn it into a proper home for this energy to reside in, as one day you will need to craft a hilt for your own light just like this. Naruto closes his eyes and concentrates, molding the Beskar into an open hilt before inserting what was once Durandal's corrupt holy energy. After inserting the energy, Naruto closes the hilt, trapping the energy inside and igniting the blade once done, showing a black core with white holy energy around it in the shape of a blade. Jiren: I sense great power from this new weapon you have made. What do you wish to call it? Durandal 2.0 maybe? Naruto: nah, I never liked the name Durandal. I think I'll call it the Darksaber. Jiren: the Darksaber? Interesting pick, it suits it though, but why that name? Naruto: this blade was once pure holy energy, and now it has shattered, becoming what was once fully light is now darkness shrouded in little illumination. It is a variation of a lightsaber, but it is more powerful than just any lightsaber. It has the durability of Beskar and the strength of Durandal behind it. With this blade, I will rule our faction with honor, loyalty, and in open arms to anyone in need. Jiren: this is the way. Naruto: this is the way. Flashback end. Scene change, Mando Estate. Naruto smiles at the Darksaber and puts it on his belt before finishing putting on his robes and walking out to see Revan and Jiren wearing their armor. Naruto: are you guys ready to go? Revan and Jiren: yes, you are the only one we are waiting on. Naruto's sweat drops before looking over to Rook, who is relaxing on the couch. Naruto: you sure you don't want to come? Rook: no, I have more important duties here, looking after the forge and prepping the Beskar you have made for any incoming foundlings, and I have an odd suspicion there will be at the very least one new Mandalorian made tonight. Naruto just laughs a bit before looking back at Revan and Jiren. Naruto: alright then, let us head out. A newly colored blue magic circle appears under Naruto, Jiren, and Revan, making them all teleport away in it, leaving Rook to smile and blush. Rook: good luck, Naruto. I owe you my life and heart. I must protect the legacy you leave behind with the Mandalorians. Keeping that legacy going means keeping the forge safe. Scene change, outside the church. POV, Rias Gremory. Oh, this is the worst. Standing guard is the most boring thing ever. Suddenly a red magic circle appears along with Rias Gremory and Akino Himejima coming out of it. Oh, ask and you shall freaking receive. Hi there, I'm Middlet and I'm totally the most awesome fallen angel in the history of ever. Akino: this little girl is totally into herself, isn't she? Rias: my servant sensed that you were nearby. Since you're out here standing guard, your people must be worried about an attack. Middlet: worried? No. We're just in the middle of a super duper top secret ritual, and we don't want you devils interfering. Akino: not to burst your bubble, but unfortunately a couple of the younger members of our team are on their way there right now. Middlet: they're what? Are you flipping kidding me? Akino: nope, and they're not being discreet about it. Middlet: oh, I hate devils. I just want to squish their stupid ugly devil faces. Ugh, whatever, let them do their worst, not like they can stop us. There are way more of us than there are of them. So why are you here? I hope it's not for some kind of rescue operation, cause if so you'll have to deal with me first. I may be little, but I can promise you this much. I can pack a mean punch. Rias, they're on their own. We won't be making any attempt to rescue them. Middled, so what, you're just gonna sit back and watch? Whatever, rescue or not, I can't let you go. You're like totally the captain of your loser squad, and if we take you out there on a trip to useless town, Middled, sorry, but I'm bringing friends to this tea party. Suddenly a portal appears behind Rias and Aquino, revealing Donasek wearing the Mandalorian Beskar armor and Calawarner. Calawarner, good work, Middle. Donasek, sad to say we meet again, Lady Gremory. That guy isn't here to save you and your servant now. Calawarner, your servant stuck his nose where it doesn't belong again, and without the Mandalorians' help you're basically doomed. Aquino, well, the gang's all here. Rias, HPMH, we don't need them to help us, we can handle ourselves. Donasek, even so. It seems very clear to us that your intention here is to obstruct our ritual, and that we can't allow. Calawarner, you'll pay for it with your lives. Suddenly Middlet and Calawarner get caught in fibercord whips, tying them both up and rendering them useless as Revan and Jaren fly in and land, showing them to be the capturers to everyone's surprise. Middlet and Calawarner, what? Aquino and Rias, Mandalorians. Middlet, this is totes not cool. Calawarner, let us out, you cowards. Face us like men. Revan, sorry, Lady Calawarner, but Master says that he wants to face Donasek alone. Jaren, it is his right to face the one who stole his family armor. Donasek, you, what do you mean I stole it? I got this armor off of a corpse, Naruto, or so you believe. Donasek. Rias, who's there? Show yourself. Naruto Fett lands out of a tree and onto the ground with a perfect balance, with his silver-colored Beskar boots firmly planted, revealing himself to everyone there. Aquino, na Naruto. Rias, I knew it, so you are alive, big brother. Naruto, so Sirzex told you, huh? Interesting, I'll talk to you later about that, but for now, I'm here to claim what is rightfully mine. Donasek, ha, don't make me laugh. As if you could strip me of this armor. You don't even have any weapons that could compete with me. Those puny guns can't penetrate my armor. Naruto, no weapons, huh? Naruto pulls off the dark saber hilt and ignites it, showing its dark blade with its holy white aura. Donasek, what the hell? Calawarner, Donasek, it's one of those weapons I told you guys about. It's a lightsaber, watch out. Naruto, you're wrong, Calawarner. This is no ordinary lightsaber. This is the dark saber. The hilt is forged from Beskar, and its holy power comes from Durandal itself. Hearing this shocks everyone there, knowing that Durandal is a legendary weapon that not many can wield. Donasek, even if you do have that, it won't even penetrate the armor. As far as I'm concerned, I'm untouchable. Naruto, you won't have it easy, Donasek. Even if I can't penetrate that armor, it doesn't mean what's underneath it will have the same result. Donasek, why you? Naruto and Donasek charge at each other, with Donasek forming a light spear to combat Naruto. But as soon as the light spear clashes with the dark saber, it instantly shatters, with Donasek barely able to block, using the Beskar wrist gauntlet as protection. Naruto taunts Donasek to come forward, making the man do so as Naruto swiftly dodges his attacks with the newly formed light spear. Naruto strikes Donasek's arm, but gets blocked by the left Beskar wrist gauntlet, making Donasek smirk. Until Naruto pulls a slick maneuver by detaching the right Beskar wrist gauntlet from his right arm and snatching it away as he pushes Donasek away with the force. Donasek, you bastard! Give that back now. Naruto, no. If you were worthy of it, you wouldn't be so stupid. In fact, you would be surprised what these things can do. I'm more surprised you've had all this time and you haven't figured out how to properly use the armor. Naruto puts on the right red painted Beskar wrist gaunt, regaining his first piece of armor with a smirk as he thrusts his right arm out, launching out a fibercord whip and wrapping it around Dohansek's legs before pulling them out from under him and pulling him toward Naruto. When Naruto detaches both of the Beskar knee pads from his legs before blocking an attack from Donasek, who got free of the fibercord whip thanks to his light spear. Naruto, slowly notice how one by one you are losing armor from your stupidity. Donasek, you won't defeat me, I can promise that, armor or no armor, you're dead. Naruto smirks and reattaches both orangish-yellow knee pads to his knees and lifts one of his legs up, bending them as they fire knee rockets at Donasek, who barely manages to dodge out of the way. Rias, what the hell? How is he so strong? When Donasek had that armor he was nearly untouchable, but he's making it look like child's play. Rias looks over to Jaren, who nods at her, then she looks at Revan, who just does the same, causing her to look back in awe, seeing how the leader of the Mandalorians easily dismantles Donasek one piece of armor at a time, continuing from the left wrist gauntlet, and then both the shoulder pads, then the chest plate with the jetpack, attaching them all to his own body at the same time. Naruto then disignites the dark saber and hits Donasek in the gut, knocking the air out of him and making his head vulnerable and open to Naruto, causing the latter to remove the helmet forcefully from Donasek's head and place it on his own, where it rightfully belongs, completing the armor set, showing Naruto to be complete once more. Imagine Boba Fett when he first got his armor back. but with silver-colored boots with a little bit of blue lining on it as well as the dark saber on his waist. Naruto then backhands Danasik, knocking the brutally beaten man out before turning to Rias and Akino. Calwarner, there's no way. Danasik was supposed to be the strongest out of us thanks to that armor. Middled, and he totes, made Danasik look like a walk in the park. Revan, that's Naruto for you. He's of us Mandalorians, our leader, and the person who trained us all in the way of the Mandalore. Jiren, he is the leader of our faction and has our undying loyalty for as long as we live. Naruto, ah, come on Revan, Jiren. You spoil me too much, it wasn't that big of a deal. Rias, wait. That's Revan Himejima, and that's Din Jiren. Akino Himejima? That's impossible. Revan, it isn't, twin sister. Akino and Rias widen their eyes in shock looking at the newly named Revan in their eyes. Akino, boo, but how? I've never had any siblings. Mother and father never mentioned you. Revan, that's because we were separated from birth. Father split us apart in fear that his enemies would come searching for one of us, so he split us apart and trained me himself. I ran from him a long time ago, but that's a story for another time. Akino, no, it's not. Tell me right now what happened or I swear I'll dash. Rias, Akino, remember what he came here for. Jiren, I'd advise you to listen to Lady Gremory. The nun is in danger right now and we should hurry. Naruto, then we should hurry. Bring them along. I'll drag this one personally. I have plans to use him to make the bounty concede. Rias, hey, what is this about all this bounty stuff anyway? Naruto, I'll explain on the way, but right now we need to hurry. Akino and Rias let out their wings while Naruto picks Danasik up fireman style and uses his newly acquired jetpack to fly off, causing Jiren and Revan to do the same while carrying the tied-up Middlet and Calwarner. Scene: church basement POV. Naruto fed. Kiba, we got this, get out of here now. Hurry, Kaneko and I will keep them here. Run, we'll be fine, I promise. Kaneko, come on, leave already. Issei, I can't. Kiba, you standing there isn't helping anyone. Go, Issei tch. Thank you, my friends. I swear when this is all over you'll never have to bail me out again. I promise you. Issei, I'm gonna get stronger and fight for myself this time. Issei rushes out of the basement blinded in tears, not noticing a figure enter it whilst also leaving Kiba and Kaneko to fight, but ultimately getting cornered in the end. Kiba, damn it, there's too many of them. Kaneko, they just keep coming like flies. Rogue exorcist, there's nowhere to run, devils. Suddenly an explosion hits the back of the army of the priests, showing a figure landing using a jetpack in front of the rogue exorcist who spoke out. Naruto, and there's nowhere to hide. Naruto backhands the priest, hitting him with his left Beskar wrist gauntlet, and quick drawing his 5 Malawin Quachas blaster pistol and blasting the priest down, shocking Kaneko and Kiba. Kaneko, who recognizes the armor, but slightly confused at its new wearer, but Kiba being shocked from the sheer surprise. Naruto looks over at the terrified priests and their light swords, scoffing at them. Naruto, pfft, what a rip-off. Naruto holds his blaster up, causing the priests to charge at him with him gunning 6 of them down with 1 shot each to the chest until Naruto spots a priest carrying an explosive, making him grin under the helmet as he shoots the explosive, blowing up most of the platoon of priests up. Naruto looks to his left and spots priests trying to flank him, making him hold his left arm up and blasting them with the wrist gauntlet's built-in blaster, making a high-pitched launching sound and hitting 2 guys at once, killing them both instantly. Like a badass, Naruto continues to gun down the army of priests with his 9 Malawin Quachas blaster and wrist gauntlet blaster while walking towards them. Mimicking his father's movements from 200 years ago, Naruto knocks down a priest to the ground with a blow to the head and knocks another one out to his left with a left hook to the face. Another priest charges at Naruto aiming to slice him in half, but Naruto dodges out of the way and knocks the light sword away out of his hand and puts him into a one-arm headlock, shooting another priest charging at the both of them in the process with his wrist launcher. Kiba, who is this guy? He's dismantling the army of them like it's nothing. Kaneko, he's a Mandalorian, he must have been the real owner of that armor if he's fighting like that. The fallen angel who wore it before him never fought like that before. Naruto, looking at all the dead priests, looks up at the others, who are terrified from witnessing the massacre. Naruto smirks at this and looks back down to the struggling priest in his one-arm headlock and hits him in the gut with his left arm, firing him away and blowing him up using a rocket, mimicking his father's move all those years ago. 2 priests, getting the courage to attack Naruto, rush at him only to be killed by Naruto taking a stance and launching knee rockets at them, causing the rest of the small platoon of priests to run in fear. The priest Naruto knocked to the ground finally gets up on his feet going to shoot Naruto, but gets ended swiftly and smoothly by a blaster bolt without Naruto ever giving him a glance. Naruto running like the cowards they are, little do they know they're just delaying the inevitable. The 7 priests left of the platoon rush for the basement door only to be vaporized by red destruction magic courtesy of Rias Gremory, who walks down the stairs with Akino at her side and Jaren and Revan behind them holding the unconscious Donasek and the tied-up Middlet and Calawarner, who have been surprisingly quiet ever since their capture. Rias, nice work. I didn't know you were so talented. Naruto, they weren't really a challenge. They were more like foot soldiers if anything, they weren't even a good warm-up. Akino, well, even so it was still impressive. I didn't know a man with such talent for violence existed. It turns me on just thinking about it. Naruto, okay, that's a thing. Shall we proceed upstairs to see how Issei is doing? Kiba, wait. Who is he? Who are they? What are those fallen angels doing? Tied up, and how did you even do that? Naruto, yo, my name's Naruto Fett, the leader of the Mandalorians. The one carrying Donasek and Middlet is Din Djarin, and the one carrying Calawarner is Revan Himejima. And no, we aren't gonna get into his last name right now. We have already had this conversation and it will continue later. As for how I beat them all single-handedly, well, I'm just that badass. Kiba, I think I need a vacation. Kaneko, suck it up, it isn't that bad. Kiba, speak for yourself. Rias, well, now that is all cleared up, shall we proceed? Naruto, yes we shall. Onward. Naruto spins his 5 Malawin Quachas blaster Wild West style and holsters it while moving forward up the stairs followed by everyone else. Scene change, church room. Rainier, how are you able to stand? This is impossible, that light should be burning you from the inside out. Tell me how you're doing that. You don't have the power to temper light. You are nothing. Issei, don't get me wrong, it doesn't tickle. Even with this strength I feel like I'm about to pass out, but I don't care. I'll fight through it if it means I can take you down. Issei lets out a battle cry as his sacred gear glows green and lets out an energy wave that begins to change his sacred gear from what was once a brace over his arm with a flame inside is now a dragon's hand gauntlet with scales all over and a green gem in the center of the back of the hand. Rainier, that energy wave is at least 2nd level. His sacred gear should be nowhere near this strong. It's just a double critical. Issei continues to push forward, causing Rainier to step back and throw a light spear that is smacked away by the enraged Issei, who lunges at the girl and grabs her leg, preventing her from flying away. Issei, you won't get away, bitch. Rainier, no, I have the supreme power. Issei, this one's for Asia. Issei hits Rainier with a left hook and knocks her through the giant church window, screaming in pain as she falls out. Issei, that felt good. Issei begins to fall from losing the adrenaline and boost from the newly made dragon gauntlet. Kiba, look at you handling that on your own. Issei, yeah, thanks. What held you up? Kiba, I was instructed to stay back. Rias's orders, sorry. Issei, seriously. Rias, seriously, I believe in you. I knew you would defeat her. Issei, you did. Rias, once my business was finished I found my way to the basement, and arrived just in time to see Kiba and Kaneko be saved by our new friend over there. Rias points over to Naruto, making Issei turn to his left and widen his eyes in worry. Issei, it's you. What are you, dash? Kiba, calm down. It's not Donasek, look. Issei looks to see Jaren behind Naruto along with Revan, Jaren carrying Donasek and Middlet on his shoulders fireman style, while Revan carries Calawarner the same way. Issei, Jaren, it's you, but wait, if he isn't Donasek then who is he? Naruto reaches for his helmet, taking it off, revealing his face and black hair with blonde bangs with a new addition to a red strand in the midst of the blonde on the right side of his hair, symbolizing his connection to the Gremory clan. Naruto smiles at the newly wide-eyed Issei and waves while putting his helmet back on. Naruto, yo, it's good to see you, Issei. I hope you don't mind us crashing the party. Issei, oh man, I should have seen this coming. I'm sorry for being blunt. Kiba, either way, I don't know if we would have gotten out of there without his help. You should have seen him. He was taking them down one by one. Suddenly the door slams open with Kaneko walking in with her clothes being partially shredded with a little bit of her undergarments showing. She's dragging the now defeated Rainier on the ground with her. Kaneko, did someone order this? Kaneko throws Rainier at Rias's feet, making her look up to see the shoes. Rias, you must be Rainier. Lovely entrance. I am Rias Gremory, also known as the next head of the House of Gremory. Rainier Gremory. You've got to be kidding. Rias, it's wonderful to meet you. What a shame we don't have time to chat, but sadly it's time you joined your friends in being captive. Rainier looks over to Naruto with hope in her eyes until realizing that it isn't Donasek under the armor, seeing Naruto grab Donasek from Jaren and throw him onto the ground in front of her, widening her eyes. Rainier, that's impossible. Nobody could defeat Donasek. He was invincible with his armor. Naruto, the armor didn't belong to him. It was my father's armor. But not it belongs to me. He stole it from me 8 years ago when I was unconscious. Surely you remember, Rainier. Rainier, and no, it can't be. But you're dead. We saw your rotten corpse. Naruto, no, what you saw was my unconscious form. I had been so exhausted from escaping a life or death situation that only a person with Beskar could survive. Rainer, what impossible? If you could defeat Danasik, what could possibly threaten your life? Naruto, have you heard of the Sarlacc pit? Well, even if you haven't, it's a sentient pit that eats anything that falls into it. If a person happens to fall into it, they will slowly be digested by its acids. It will keep you alive for as long as possible until it fully melts you down. It is said that it takes 1,000 years for you to be fully